Good afternoon, Tiger fans, and welcome to game number 2 of the 2022 season. I'm Will Atkinson. I'll be bringing the play-by-play this afternoon. Joined with me, as always, Mr. Rob Pearson, doing our color analyst work and sideline hustle. I tell you, he is the hardest working guy in Division II radio. All the steps he put in last week.
I lost a few pounds last week.
Put me to shame. Just put a real big stitch in my side. just seeing him make all the steps. But
got a ways to go to get in as good a shape as you're in.
Oh, if by round you mean shape, yeah, brother, I'm there all day long. But we made the short trip down to Fairfield, Alabama. We're on the campus of Miles College. Miles not too far. Rob, it's door to door, 104 miles. Took us about 90 minutes to get here, so it's
in beautiful downtown Fairfield, Alabama. A town that sprung up when U.S. Steel was formed here in just outside of on the suburbs of Birmingham, and so it's a pretty campus. First time I've really been on this campus. I actually worked in Fairfield for about 7 years, but first time I've been on this campus. And it's really nice. Got some good hills, and expecting a really nice crowd because the weather's just perfect. There's some rain in the forecast, a little, but you can't tell it right now. It's sort of puffy clouds and just looks like a great day for football.
Yeah, they've got us scheduled for a 6:03 kickoff, and with West Alabama coming off the win for the first win of the season over at Morehouse, we're going to have the opportunity to open up again on the road, and the road has been nice to the Tigers, so to speak. Yeah. They have completed a 7-game win streak on the road, and last week was no different as West Alabama came out on top of that one, 24-16. Some of the notables, we saw the debut of Tucker Melton. He went 22 of 38 for 186 and threw for 2 touchdowns. And Rob, what'd you think about Melton in that first game of the year?
I left the game really encouraged by what I saw. I'll be honest. In Melton, he went 22 of 38, as you said. Had the 1 pick and 2 touchdowns. The 1 pick was on his first throw of the game, and it was a little high to the slot receiver, and the outside corner was just standing there, and ball, after it went through the receiver's hands, hit him right in the numbers. So, there's some shared responsibility for that interception, but we could tell early on there was some nerves there. The first time he had started a football game since 2019 when he played for Central Phoenix City. And he comes out, was maybe a little bit nervous to start the game. By the end of the game, he was really getting the ball out and on target, and he was a weapon for this West Alabama offense. I'm looking forward to seeing how he responds here for game 2 now as a starter for the West Alabama Tigers.
I agree on all accounts, and also last week we saw Demetrius battle. He had 19 carries for 67 yards. He found the end zone, and he's a good back. He's a seasoned guy, and he shared the work primarily with Brian Webb, but Brown had a couple carries in there as well.
They did. Battle and Webb are going to be your 1-2 punch, though, and they're a little bit different in their styles, and they were effective, but I think the coaching staff probably would like to see a little better, especially short yardage situations, and it starts up front. We all know that. The offensive line, I think, was disappointed in their short yardage offense, but they were still able to get up to 116 yards of rushing last week, which is certainly more than the opponent had. And frankly, Miles, which we'll talk about in a minute, only had 119 yards rushing themselves. So, it's typically tough sledding, especially early on in the season when the offensive line's trying to figure each other out. And again, it's going into game 2 and seeing what improvements get made along that front will certainly do well for both Battle and Webb going forward.
Absolutely. We saw 9 different receivers catch passes last week. Knowles brought in 7 for 57 yards. Hilbert added 4 catches for 31 yards. Binion and Webb, Pollard, and Owen Harper all had 2 catches apiece, and that was nice to see. And defensively, you saw Shamar Lewis and Lamar Gray lead the defense with 7 tackles each, and all of Gray's tackles were solo stops. And we had a whole host of Tigers that recorded tackles for a loss. And I think that's encouraging for this West Alabama defense.
I tell you, I was really pleased how the defense played certainly winning football all night. Now, they had a 21-3 lead at halftime, and then there's a little bit of a comeback that was made by Morehouse, and then they had to make a stop at the end, but the defense rose up and made that stop, and they certainly, previous defense has something to do with that too, and all that stuff, which they were doing what they're supposed to do. They kept Morehouse in front of them, but all in all, the pressure that they applied to the quarterback all night, they did a good job against the run. They held them to 94 yards rushing and only 160 yards passing. So it's not like Morehouse lit it up, and especially I was pleased with the third down efficiency on defense. When they got to third down, for the most part, they got off the field. They held Morehouse to 3 of 14 on third down conversions, Will. If you can do that, you can play winning football.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And we saw not only a strong defensive unit come out there, but our special teams. I mean, Trey Sullivan did pretty good last week. He had 6 punts. He pinned them inside the 20 on 3 different occasions, and he had a long of 42. But you saw Gabe Dunkle go 3 for 3 with his extra points. Now, he skimmed one just over the crossbar there, and then he brought rain with the second one. But he was also able to hit on a 40-yarder. And like I said, he seemed confident, and I think it's a weapon that West Alabama will be able to use throughout the year.
Hey, special teams was a bright spot last week. I thought the Tigers came out for a first game. They looked pretty good in all 3 phases, and special teams was certainly one of them. Did a good job punting the ball. Had one pin deep inside the 20, and flipped the field a couple of times too. But yeah, the kicking unit, I thought, really had a good game last week.
Yeah, excited about that big win, and a great opportunity today to go against a solid team from Miles College. If you're not familiar with Miles College, they're members of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the SIAC. They're purple and gold, the school colors. They call themselves the Golden Bears, and they were founded back in 1898, and as you mentioned, located here in Fairfield. Now, this is the 4th meeting against Miles since 2012 and the first since 18, and in those meetings, West Alabama has been perfect. Now, the series started, Rob, back in 1980, and since 1980, West Alabama's 11-1. So, this is a team that, the history goes back some years, and, we were talking about Miles before we went on air, and I think it could be a pretty good matchup here today.
I do too. Miles played a tough game on the road against a Division I opponent in Alabama State, and Alabama State hit some, and we'll talk about it a little later. But they had a 21-0 lead at one point, I think, in the first quarter, maybe 21-3, and then they stormed back and had a chance to tie the game at the end. Didn't quite get it done, but I mean, we're also talking about an Alabama State team that is in the football championship division of NCAA, not Division II. So a little bit apples and oranges between the two teams, but I was really impressed with what I saw on film. Miles, we'll see about their quarterbacking situation. They used 3 different quarterbacks in that game, so I don't know that they're quite sure who their starting quarterback really should be. And I think that's hurt them a little bit, but the second half they were able to sort of mount a charge and give themselves a chance to win against Alabama State.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, those 3 quarterbacks, Millhouse, Newell, and Parker, and pretty even as far as completions and attempts among those guys, 14 of 34 for 106. Playing in the state of Alabama has been a big bright spot for UWA. Dating back to 17, they've won 4 straight games against in-state opponents. This Miles College team, Tuskegee twice and North Alabama. So, we'd love to make that 5 out of the last 5 dating back to 17. And Rob mentioned it. I mean, we've got an absolutely beautiful afternoon here where we've got a nice setup in the press box. Mm-hmm. We're not sitting in the stands. Right. We've had some great hospitality since we've gotten here to Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium. And we're going to be kicking this thing off at about 3 minutes after 6, but we'll take a quick break here on Sly 104.9.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Welcome back to Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Miles College. Will Atkinson and Rob Pearson bringing you UWA football game number 2 of the 2022 season. And a lot of things build up to the Gulf South Conference season. Gulf South Conference in full swing of things. Delta State. Let's see, we'll just do it this way. These teams are 1-0 in the league so far. Delta State shorter.
Almost all of them.
Valdosta State, West Alabama, West Florida, West Georgia, Mississippi College, and North Greenville are the only two teams in the GSC that did not get wins last week. And big slate of games this weekend. Let's go to my cheat sheet here, Rob. And looks like we've got Shorter hosting Cahaba College, Mississippi College playing host to Kaiser, McKendree playing host to Delta State, Valdosta State will host Virginia Union, Morehouse will host West Georgia, obviously West Alabama at Miles, and Southwest Baptist will host West Florida. I'm kind of anxious to see what the situation transpires over in Atlanta with West Georgia and Morehouse this week because, you know, we're not that many weeks, Rob, away from playing West Georgia ourselves.
You're exactly right, and that'll tell us a little bit, you know, when you start comparing how teams look here and there. But Will, you're exactly right. I tell you, the Gulf South Conference proves once again that it's just one of the strongest leagues in Division II. Having won all, I guess we'll say 6-2 last week.
That's right.
Out of conference competition, and one of those losses, North Greenville lost to Furman. Furman is not Division II.
No, sir, they are not.
So you know, let's get realistic here. That they should have lost, you know, and they did. I think Mississippi College, I believe Albany State, maybe it was the team they played last week, and took a loss there, but. You know, a strong start for the Gulf South Conference, no doubt. Yeah, a little quick look at it. Delta State 33-10 over Kentucky State. Shorter 45-6 over Brevard. Obviously, West Alabama 24-16 over Morehouse. West Florida 52-3 over Warner. Mississippi College fell to Albany State 28-14, and you mentioned the Furman North Greenville game. It was lopsided, but Furman Division I 52-0 there. West Georgia 38-7 over Carson Newman, and Valdosta State 36-21 last week ago Thursday over Kaiser. So, there's a lot going on, and you said it. I mean, the GSC, and it doesn't really matter what sport you're talking about. I mean, as far as Division II goes, they can stack it up against anyone, any conference in the country. And if you're new to following Division II athletics, I would attribute the GSC to being something like the SEC of Division II. Yeah, they have been for quite some time, haven't they? And so you've got some teams that you pretty much expect to be there, but West Alabama's one of them. Absolutely. And last week getting the road out of conference is big for the conference itself. We understand that when it comes down to playoff time, your conference being stronger is going to help you get the benefit of the doubt. So, I'm a conference guy. I like to see them do well out of conference.
Absolutely.
It sort of gives you the benefit of the doubt in a lot of these, and in the committee's mind, and that's what it's going to come down to. You've got to convince some people that you're worthy. I mean,
100%. If you're lined up in the Gulf South Conference, your strength of schedule is going to be among the best in the country, so that's always bodes well for those in the Gulf South Conference. As we're here getting ready for the start of the game, the Miles Golden Bears, their marching band, they are making their way into the stadium. I was told yesterday that they should roll in about 300 members of the band all together with their instruments and their auxiliaries, and that's an impressive sight. But we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to see if we can get the interview queued up with Coach Brett Gilliland. But we'll take a quick break here on Sly 104.9.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services, from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Memphis, Alabama.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
We're here with Coach Brett Gilliland, the head coach of the Tigers. And, Coach, we stretched the road winning streak to 7 games with the victory last week over Morehouse. And for the first time since 2017, we started the season with back-to-back road games. Give me your thoughts on the win last week at Morehouse, and what's the mindset as we go into yet another road game?
Well, the biggest thing is we got the win. We played filthy in a lot of areas and started out, didn't start out great, but after the second drive, we really played pretty clean from there on through the first half, and it felt like we had a comfortable halftime lead, and then just we're very inconsistent coming down the stretch in the second half for a lot of different reasons. But the biggest thing is we went on the road and we got a win, and it was one that was not really as easy as we could have made it, I thought, but credit to Morehouse. I think they're a good team, well-coached team. I think they did some good things, some different things than they did against us last year, and even different than anything we saw on film last year on both sides of the ball. But hey, we came out with a win. So the mindset this week is how much can we improve, and how much in our consistency can we improve on all 3 phases.
Yeah, you talk about consistency, and one of the things that we've been consistent with in recent years is wins over our in-state opponents. We're going to match up against Miles this week, and last year we only had 1 game against an in-state opponent. It was Tuskegee. We beat them 33-7. But going all the way back to 2017, we've won 4 straight against in-state opponents. Tuskegee twice, North Alabama, and Miles. This will be the first time we see Miles since 18, and what are we going to expect from them this week?
They're a good football team. They gave Alabama State all they wanted last week in a 1-score game that It was a really good game by both teams. Miles is always, lately they've been a very physical team. Coach Sam Shade is obviously in his first season. It'll be his second game. A very quality coach. Was that name sounds familiar to a lot of Alabama fans because he was an outstanding player at Alabama. And then he retained several of the guys from Coach Ruffin's staff at Miles, the ones that didn't go with him. So they've got some continuity there too. But they're always a physical team. They're going to be well coached, and they're going to come in raring for their first victory of the year, especially at home. And so we're going to get a physical, tough football team.
Well, I have no doubt that the Tigers will be up for the challenge in that regard. And you start, for the folks that didn't get to see the game last week, you start looking at the box score, and some things jump out at you. We had a new quarterback. He threw for 186 yards last week, and that's a 32nd consecutive game where, West Alabama has passed for at least 100 yards. Can I get your thoughts on Tucker Melton's first game as a Tiger, and how you expect him to progress as the season moves along?
I thought he did some good things. I thought he was the whole offense was inconsistent in a lot of areas, but I thought it looked like an offense that at times were playing together for the first time, which is what it was. And he doesn't have a whole lot of college football playing experience under his belt. He's going to be a really good player, and I expect him, and along with all the others out there, to consistently get better as we continue through this. So I definitely thought he did some good things. There's obviously some throws and things he would want back. Nobody wants to start their career at a university off with an interception. So there's definitely some things to grow on, and he'll do that. He's that type of kid. But it was good at times, and we just got to be more consistent and protect the ball better overall.
Well, Coach, I've been following West Alabama football for 16 years now, and if I know one thing, I know your guys can get in there and get it done. And one of the guys, throughout his career who has been able to get in and get it done is Demetrius Battle. I mean, he's eclipsed 1,300 yards, career rushing yards during his time here. He's got 20 touchdowns. 374 yards away from getting into that top 10 all time. And, can you share with us maybe a couple of areas where we excelled that may not show up on the box score?
There were some things, a lot of positives that we got to point out that I think are pretty unique things that you don't see and don't recognize a lot unless you're a coach. But we started the game out with an interception on the first drive, which is never ideal, and then they were able to drive down and get the ball to the 1 yard line. Then we had a big defensive stand there that held them to a field goal. The defense stepped up and stopped the bleeding after giving up some yards there in the first drive, and then the offense got the ball back on the second drive and had a really good drive all the way down and put it in the end zone. So, that sequence of events right there, it didn't take us long to overcome adversity, which is something we've talked about, ad nauseum throughout camp, is just how to deal with and handle things when they're not going the way we want them to. And so, that was exciting to see. And then we did some good team football things. We pinned them down inside the 5 or 10 on a punt, and then a couple plays later had a strip sack by T.J. Newell. Special teams set up the defense in a good situation, and the defense capitalized off of it by getting us a turnover inside the red zone, so that we were able to score on. So that was a big sequence of events. And then at another point, I think in the second half, we fumbled on a pass play and gave them the ball, and then they came out in a sudden change situation, which haunts all defenses, because a lot of times in sudden change situations the offense is going to take a shot, which they did, and we were able to intercept it and get the ball right back. So it was there's a lot of good things that happened after bad things that happened, and that's something that as a coach I look for, because where you get in trouble is if you spiral and let things get out of control, and we didn't do that when negative things hit us. So that was a rewarding thing to see.
And you hit the nail on the head, and I've been around it a long time. Those things are huge when you don't let the adverse situations kind of take over. And you mentioned special teams. How nice is it to have a guy like Trey Sullivan who can, flip the field at any given time and pin them inside the 20 to let your defense kind of go back to work.
Yeah, it is nice. And, I think those all those specialists have done a good job of being more consistent in their craft, from long snapper, punter, kicker, holder. It's been good to see the consistency there.
Well, I know we're just one game in, but what's the identity that is developing with this Tiger team that you've seen, throughout, preseason camp and after one game?
It's still kind of hard to tell, but I think and I hope it is being able to do just that, just stop the bleeding and handle adverse situations and be able to get things going and momentum going back in the right direction quicker than maybe teams in the past have done, and just being able to stay together no matter what. It was a road game and a kind of a weird situation with some different things that went on throughout the process of that, and I just felt like our guys handled it well, and that for a team that we have some maturity, but we also have a lot of young guys on it. You don't ever know how you're going to handle certain things that just pop up out of the blue. So I think and I hope we got a team that can control what we can control and not let adverse situations derail us.
You've touched on this, and I really appreciate the time that you give us each week to be able to visit and talk before the game. And but could I get maybe just a few final thoughts on what we're going to expect at Miles, being on the road again, and just how the prep went this week in practice?
I think our guys did a good job this week. We had one day we had about a 2-hour and 15-minute weather delay, which was those are always fun. But we came back out after that and had a good sharp practice, and so I feel like we're prepared. It's going to be probably a little more hectic atmosphere this week. Miles band's always good at creating an atmosphere, and but we're excited to go play in the state of Alabama. And it's not a home game, but it's a game that is really close, and we got a lot of family and alumni and fans in the Birmingham area. So hopefully it's a game they can get out to. But I expect a hard-nosed, tough football game that I hope we come out and play a lot more consistent in.
Well, Coach, again, I appreciate your time. For the folks that have the ability to come down, I know it'll be a team that they want to support. And heck, we're finally going to get an opportunity to be at home next week. But good luck this afternoon as we take on Miles. And Coach, thanks again for your time.
Thanks. Go Tigers.
That was Coach Brett Gilliland, head coach of the Tigers. We'll take a quick break here on Slide 104.9.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Welcome back to Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium here on the campus of Miles College. Will Atkinson and Rob Pearson covering play-by-play and football here for the 2022 season. And West Alabama coming into today 1-0, Miles College 0-1. And just the second week as the captains have met at midfield. West Alabama will be wearing the red jerseys today, trimmed in white pants and red headgear. Miles College will be decked out in all white, trimmed in purple and accented in gold with purple helmets. The sun is setting right in our face.
I wish it would hurry up and find its home in the western sky. That's for
that
sure.
Would be, I mean, it is a beautiful afternoon as we're getting ready to kick it off here, and both end zones here are kind of shaded. The football field here runs north and south, so West Alabama will be on the far sideline. The Golden Bears of Miles College will be here to the near side, and our vantage point this afternoon is on the north end of the field, sitting at about the 35-yard line. And Rob, we've got a awesome afternoon for game number 2 of this 2022 season.
Yes, we do. It is, like I said, perfect weather. And for game number 2 on the road, a away winning streak on the line for the Tigers.
That's right.
And Miles, again, 0-1 on this season, but don't be fooled. Playing on the road at Alabama State last week, took Division Alabama State to the ropes. So it was a very close game at the end that Miles had a chance to come back and win. So. Look, a fast start by both teams is going to be important. West Alabama was able to get off to a fast start last week. Miles was not, so we'll see how they do this week. Now that we've got it teed up.
Kick return man back deep. Looks like number 9, Jalen Peterson, as Gabe Dunkle puts a foot in it. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded at the 5 in the shadows across the 10, across the 15. He'll make his way to the 20, and he'll be brought down at about the 21-yard line, right there in front of the West Alabama bench.
Nice cover. Tyler Smith, I believe, was on that tackle wheel. Anxious to see us get started defensively. I'm glad that we're on defense first. I like that. I like that pretty good. Even though Miles won the toss and elected to receive, we're sending our defense out there, and hopefully we can get a quick stop and get some good field position to start this game.
It'll be Millhouse at quarterback for Miles College. It'll be number 30, Zarius Keys. He'll be the running back to his right. So Millhouse and shotgun. They've got a 3-wide receiver set. The snap into the belly of the running back, and he's going to try to make it to the left side, and he'll be tackled for a loss of 1, maybe 2 yards, Rob. Good penetration right there by the West Alabama defense.
Yes, it was. That defensive front just did not let him out. Did a good contained job that time, especially by Javante Carter for the Tigers.
You mentioned up front Carter, Sharpley, Monroe, and it looks like Cosby. Millhouse and shotgun. With Keys to his right, he looks to pass. He surveys the scene. Pressure from West Alabama. He steps up in the pocket. He'll keep it. He'll take it across the 20. He'll battle his way to the 25, and he'll be brought down by, it looks like number 4.
Yeah, it was. Michael Anderson and Carter again on the stop for the Tigers. Going to bring up 3rd down and long. The quarterback did a good job, just make something out of nothing, and he was deadly with his feet last week, and there he goes again. He's really more dangerous with his feet than he is his arm. But 3rd down 6.
3rd down and 6, 3-wide receiver set. Millhouse and shotgun with Keys to his right. Snap to Millhouse. Pressure from West Alabama. He wants to throw. He's looking to get to his receiver. That's Shafton Reese, but that one will fall incomplete. And West Alabama doing a good job here in the early goings here and forcing the special teams unit for Miles College.
Jacob Millhouse was only 6 of 11 for 64 yards last week, and he had 42 yards rushing, and he had a long of 37, so he's definitely more dangerous with his feet. The Tigers came with 2 linebackers blitzing that time and put a pressure on him to get rid of that ball quick and force an incomplete pass.
Miles' punter will be a wobbly spiral, be fielded at the 32-yard line by West Alabama. He makes a move at the 35 across the 40. Making his way to the 45 to midfield. He's got a little room across midfield to the 45, the 40, and he'll be tackled at the 38-yard line. So a good return right there. That looked to be wide receiver Darius Nelson, a sophomore from Birmingham. Nice little return as he gets it across midfield for the first opportunity to see this offense for West Alabama.
Yeah, we had good blocking set up. We had sort of a wall set up to the West Alabama sideline, and good blocking, did a great job of not hitting anyone in the back. Good disciplined play that time by the special teams, picking up where they left off last week.
Tucker Melton will be in shotgun. That'll be 8 ball. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Hands off to Battle. He goes left side. He crosses the 40. Battles his way to the 36-yard line. He'll pick a couple on the play as he's pushed out of bounds there right in front of the West Alabama bench, trying to catch a look across the way. I see quite a few folks clad in red as they've made the trip here to Fairfield. It'll be second down for West Alabama. Melton in the shotgun, Battle in the backfield, 3 wide receiver set. Puts it in the belly there of Demetrius Battle, and he'll pick up about 4.5, call it 5 yards as he works his way in behind the tackle, takes it down to the 30. So it'll be third down and 1.
Nice 6-yard pickup that time to bring up a third down and 1. He did what I like to see. He's running full speed when he hit the line of scrimmage.
Nice little pace right there. Battle on the carry. He hits the hole hard. He's going to pick up the first down, and he'll gain another one. So a 2-yard pickup for Demetrius Battle as he's going to move the chains for West Alabama. In there for West Alabama, slated to start this afternoon up front offensively, is going to be Gardner, Butts, Watts, Lyles, and Salter. 3 wide receiver set for the Tigers. It'll be a shotgun formation, Battle in the backfield. Melton looking to pass. He's going to go to the far sideline. He's going to hook up with Pollard as Pollard will reel that one in for a short gain of about 3 yards. It'll be second down. Second down and 7 from the 25 inside Golden Bears territory. I wanted to say Golden Tigers all week last week, so I get to say Golden Bears today.
Just keep them with the Bears, right?
Second down and 8 for West Alabama. Low snap. Melton looks to throw, rolls out to his right. Looks like he wants to hook up with Owen Harper off the fingertips, and that one will fall incomplete and bring up third down.
A little bootleg, and you know you're going to have a defensive hand in your face when you let that go, and certainly he did. He just let it go just a little high for Owen Harper to be able to reel in, but Harper had some running room if we could have gotten that pass a little lower. But it's a third down and long now, and I believe, like I said, the Tigers probably are definitely in field goal range, so we'll see where we go from the 27.
2 tight ends set here with Melton in shotgun, Battle to his right. Third down and 8. Melton looking to pass. A little bit of time. He's going to fire toward the end zone, and that one's going to be short and looks like it's going to be picked off by Miles College right at the goal line. In there to make the interception, number 8, Gradarius Brown, the junior out of Linden, Alabama, went to Linden High School.
Yes, he did. Gradarius,
he picks that one off.
Gradarius is a former Patriot and a leader on this defense, one of the leading tacklers on the team, and I want to see Gradarius do good, but not today, certainly. But you said the pass short. I believe the pass was intended over the middle for Caleb Bass, and he overthrew him. That's what I think happened. And Gradarius was guarding his man out in the end zone and was able to catch the ball before it hit the ground. But he's running with a 1-foot line.
Looks like Millhouse is going to come under center, and he's just going to try to give himself a little room to work as he falls forward just to try to get out of the shadow, literally the shadow of the end zone. See where they move the sticks. He's going to pick up 1 on the play, so it'll be second down and 9 with Miles College. I'm going to date myself. They're going from right to left on your radio dial.
Yep.
Defensively.
Have you seen one of those lately?
Yeah, I mean, you got to know where to look. I tell you that. You're not going to just sneak up on one.
Right.
Millhouse, again to Keys. Keys dances around at the line. He'll bring it across the 5-yard line. He'll get brought down at the 6, so he's giving himself a little wiggle room. He's got to get to the 11 for the first down marker, so it'll bring up third down, West Alabama's defense. They stare into the sun to get the defensive alignment as they're stacking it up. The big man in the middle, Terrence Monroe at the nose tackle position, kind of anchoring that defensive line. Millhouse moves Keys to his left. The snap, he looks to pass, dances around. He's going to shift to his left. Pressure from West Alabama. He's just going to have to throw it away. Great job right there, West Alabama defense.
Yes, it was. And I mean, that's the thing. Is the key to the whole thing is Jacob Millhouse, their quarterback. You've got to kind of keep him in the pocket but make him uncomfortable. And they did that right there. They were able to sort of string him out, and Stanford for the Tigers kind of pushed him out of the pocket and forced just a throwaway to bring up punting situation. Tigers should still have good field position now.
Looks like they're going to have a new punter this time. It's going to be Roderick Smith, freshman out of Montgomery, Alabama. 5 yards deep. It'll be a low spiral hit at the 40 and take a Golden Tigers bounce. It'll come to rest at about the Miles' 49-yard line. So Tucker Melton and the West Alabama offense will take over first down and 10 just about midfield. And
it was not what I would call a college-level punt, but effective. I mean, it landed. The Tiger returner was not coming up to catch the ball, so once it hits the turf, it takes a bounce for the Golden Bears, and actually better than the first punt they had that was a college-level punt. So the results are what matter.
Melton in shotgun for West Alabama.
Is that Webb?
Webb in the backfield. It'll hand off to Webb. He'll try to go to the left side, and he'll get taken down for a loss of 2. Looks like the scoreboard, we're going to get down in distance today, but no time. Last week we got time and no down in distance, so hopefully I can follow that here on the live stats. It looks like we got about 10:45 remaining in the first quarter. Nothing your score. Second down and 11 for West Alabama at midfield. They're going toward the north end zone. Melton fakes the handoff to Webb. He wants to throw. He's got a man wide open on the sideline, caught at the 20, the 10, and West Alabama is going to get in there for a touchdown. Nice job right there. It'll be a 50-yard pass as John Hilbert caught it at about the 20 and had some smooth sailing all the way up to the 1, and he's able to get in there for a West Alabama touchdown.
Well, they were in cover 2, and so Hilbert just released, and once he got by the corner, the safety was slow rotating over and guarding the Hilbert, who was running right along the sideline, and hit him in stride too for a nice play.
Dunkle in to attempt the PAT. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it'll split the uprights. 9:47 remaining in the first quarter. West Alabama on top, 7-0 here on the campus of Miles College. We'll take a quick break on Sly 104.9.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Welcome back to Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium. 9:47 remaining here in this first quarter. West Alabama. Tucker Melton to John Hilbert for a touchdown pass for West Alabama leads here by a score of 7-0. Gabe Dunkle will kick it off. He'll be kicking from his own 35, and as the sun begins to set, it can't happen fast enough as we stare straight into it. I feel like I need some of those special welding goggles or something. But Dunkle will kick it off. Make sure all of his guys are there, and he's ready to go. He puts the left foot in it. End over end kick. That's going to be fielded at the 1. They're going to decide to return it. He's out past the 10, the 15. He dances at the 15, and he'll be taken down at the 16-yard line. In on a stop for West Alabama, number 11, Demario Nichols, a junior out of Pearl, Mississippi. So we'll see West Alabama's defense once again here.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep bringing the ball out of their own end zone. You can fair catch it, take it on the 25. That's twice that they have not come close, really. But bad field position to start this drive for the Golden Bears. But Tiger, especially the way the Tiger defense is playing, I don't think they'd need any advantage they could get.
Millhouse is going to be in shotgun. He's got the running back to his right, hands off, tries to get in there behind the center, and it's just going to be a no-go as he was swarmed. Leading the charge for West Alabama was Michael Sharpley. Sharpley, the 5'11 sophomore from Decatur, Alabama, getting there and clogging it up for no gain.
Both teams like to go fast, Will. Both teams had 78 plays last week on offense, which is a lot. So they're right back up to the line of scrimmage. But so it's going to be an up-and-down game for the most part. Both teams trying to go fast.
Second down and 10. Millhouse looking to throw. He's got a wide receiver. He wants to get hooked up with number 3. That's Jai Andrews, but that one will fall incomplete. Good coverage right there by West Alabama, and good pressure up front. Checking in for West Alabama is going to be number 4, Devontae Bryant, as he'll be coming in fresh here on a 3rd down and 10.
Andrews out of Ramsey High School here in Birmingham is their leading receiver. He's the guy they like to go to the most.
4 wide receiver set. Millhouse in shotgun. He's got Keys to his right. He's in the shadows, but the rest of the field in the sun. Millhouse getting pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got a lot of pressure, and in there with a sack is going to be West Alabama. I believe that was Trayvon Stanford.
And Trevante Carter.
And Trevante Carter. I'm telling you, Rob, they just came in there. It's like, hey, welcome to Miles College, big guy.
Well, yeah, he thought he was going to run it, but I mean, the speed of West Alabama got there in a hurry, and so far this first quarter is going all West Alabama. We played the entire game looking to our right. Will, there has one play on the left side of the 50?
You're exactly right about that. As they bring in Smith to do the punting, he stands in the end zone. He'll punt that one out end over end. That one's going to hit at the 45. Take a big-time Miles roll. That'll come to rest at the West Alabama 43. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see this Tiger offense on Sly 104.9.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Welcome back to Miles College. West Alabama 1st down and 10. The handoff to Demetrius Battle. He takes it across the 45. He battles his way to the 46, still on his feet to the 49, maybe 50-yard line, depending on where they spot him. So good hard running right there by Demetrius Battle.
Demetrius Battle broke 3 tackles that time, was spun out of one, jumped over another man. He was laying on the ground. And then the next one, he kind of spun out of him. That was a determined 6 yards, but that's what it takes sometimes to get those hard yards.
2nd down and 4. Melton has Battle to his left, 3 wide receiver set. The handoff will be to Battle. He's going to bring it here to the near side. He stiff arms somebody, kicks it across midfield, across the 45, and he steps out at the 41-yard line. He's going to pick up the 1st down. And back-to-back nice runs, 2 different types of runs there by Demetrius Battle, but he keeps the chains moving as they get inside Golden Bear territory.
Yeah, it was a nice counter by the Tigers. Left guard on the play came over and provided a nice block to key Battle on that right side.
2 wide receivers to the top side. Hilbert here to the near side. Battle in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Battle. He dances at the line of scrimmage, takes it across the 40. He's got 1 yard. Battle will pick up 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 as Tucker Melton stares into the sun to get the sign here. And West Alabama, continuing to move the football.
Yep.
7-0 your score. Probably about 5 minutes to play. I'm having to go on my gut here because we can't see the scoreboard.
Don Bailey committing to the run early on.
Melton in shotgun looks to pass. He's going to be flushed out of his pocket going to his left. He throws. He's going to get hooked up with his receiver at the 35. The 35 turns into the 30, and he'll get it down to the 25. Looks like he hooked up with Gee Pollard. Pollard makes the first man miss and picks up an extra 5 yards.
Really nice play by Pollard because he came back to his quarterback. When he saw that the quarterback was scrambling, he found an open space, waved his hand, so here I am, and he got it to him. Once he did, Pollard did the rest. He gained about 10 yards after the catch. Nice 1st down.
Pollard here near side. Looks like Owen Harper in the tight end position. He's going to move Bry Webb to his right is Melton. Melton looking to throw, looking to go to Owen Harper. And that'll go in and out of the hands of Harper. And I think, Rob, that they were just fortunate that Miles College didn't bring that one down after the tip.
Yeah, you're right. Because Mitchell Smiley is a safety on the play, really came up and had a chance to intercept that ball. So we were fortunate there to get that one back.
Hilbert here to the near side along with Caleb Bass. Snap and a little pitch to Webb. Webb fumbles around with it. He's going to have to fall on it. That one had Doomsday written all over it from the beginning. The snap was a little wobbly. Then he tried to make the pitch to Bry Webb coming here near side, and Webb just he wasn't having it. It was a hot potato.
Well, it was a toss sweep, and when the quarterback's in shotgun formation, that toss sweep isn't as crisp as it used to be when you're out of the eye or something with the quarterback under center. But what happened was Bry Webb went to catch the ball and took his eye off the ball, got to look at the defense, and then there was no ball there, so fortunately he jumped on it, but a big loss on the play.
Big third down, a passing situation is Melton. He's going to throw to Webb out of the backfield, and Webb plays that one off the shoulder.
Will, Bry Webb looked right at the sun as he went to catch that ball, and when he did, he lost the football. And it hit him, had the face mask and bounced safely incomplete. But you saw him look, as soon as he missed the ball, he kind of looked down. Looks like to me he's seeing spots after looking directly in that sun, in that west sun.
If I get asked, I'm going to vouch for him because I'm seeing spots right here. It's a rough part of the afternoon.
It'll look bad on film, but I'm telling you, he was looking right in that sun as he tried to catch it.
Dunkle from 51 here on the near hash. Trey Sullivan to hold. Snap's good. The hold is down. The kick's going to be deflected at the line of scrimmage. And it just kind of wounded Ducks down there. It'll come to rest at about the 5-yard line as Caleb Bass picks it up. But that one came off the foot, kind of a low-line drive, and got blocked at the line of scrimmage. So West Alabama will lead 7-0. 8:09 was the last update I got on the computer, but I just don't, I can't say for sure if that's what the game clock is since we don't have one here. But we'll take a quick break on Sly 104.9.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Welcome back. West Alabama on top 7-0. Miles first down and 10. They'll be working from their own 31-yard line. Jacob Millhouse in at quarterback. He's got Blake Speed to his right. That's their running back. He's got a 4-wide receiver set. Looks to throw going to the far side. He's going to throw that one. Intended receiver. It's number 3, Jai Andrews, but that one's going to be low, and that'll fall incomplete and bring up second down.
The key to Miles' offense is they've got to get ahead of the chains, and I'm surprised to see them throwing on first down. They need sort of second, third, and shorts because the passing game is not their strength in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Millhouse and shotgun. Blake Speed to his right. That's their 5'9", 195 redshirt freshman. He'll hand it off to Speed. No, he'll keep it himself, and he's going to go around the corner, and he's going to get it across the 40, the 45, and he'll be brought down at about the 47-yard line, and Miles College will pick up a first down as they move the chains.
Well, I mentioned it earlier. Jacob Millhouse had 42 yards rushing last week. He was the leading rusher for Miles College last week. So, yeah, he can do that.
Millhouse with 4 wide receivers. He looks to throw. He's going to go to the far sideline, and he's going to pick up what looks to be about 5 yards on the play. Pass complete. That'll be to his wide receiver. That looks to be number 9, Jalen Peterson. Scratch that. Number 3, Jai Andrews. Second down and 5 for the Golden Bears inside Tiger territory. They're working from the West Alabama 47-yard line. Millhouse, snap, looks to throw, rolls to his left. He's going to tuck it. No, he's going to get wrestled to the ground. Making the tackle for West Alabama is going to be number 7, Trayvon Stafford, as he wrestles him to the ground. A nice play right there by the defense, and again, they're showing their speed, Rob.
Stafford has had a good game already. We're sort of just underway halfway through the first quarter.
7-0 your score. No no time clock here at the Alumni Stadium. Third down and 7. Millhouse from shotgun. He takes the snap. Pressure from West Alabama, and he's going to be wrestled to the ground, Rob. Gang tackle leading the way is going to be number 54. I think that was Stephen White, as he made first contact, and then a whole host of Tigers bring them down, and that'll bring on the special teams unit once again for the Golden Bears.
Jamal Ellis kind of took him off his mark, and then once he did, Stephen White came and cleaned him up, and it was a nice play on that third down to force the punt.
A couple of different guys doing punting duties here. This punter's going to be number 44, Brady Spradlin.
He could kick it a little further than the other guy.
Back deep for West Alabama is Darius Nelson. He stands at his own 15. Wobbly spiral. Nelson's going to field it at the 15. Dance, and he's going to be swarmed. Great special teams coverage by Miles College. That looked to be number 35. Quincy Nelms, no return, as West Alabama will take over first down and 10 from their own. Let's see where they're going to put it. I thought he made it back out to the 15, but it looks like they're going to put it at the 12.
Yeah. Down to our left. Really, West Alabama's given. You haven't capitalized 2 trips into Miles territory, came away with no points. Fortunately, they did get points on a 50-yard bomb, but you need to put together a drive here to take control of this game.
Melton in shotgun. Battle to his right. 3 wide receivers set. Hand off to Battle, and he's going to go off left tackle. He's going to gain a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, looks like 3 up to the 14.
2.5, 3.
Was that? Yeah, that was Battle. I'm sorry.
A wrinkle in the number when you're looking at an 8 and a 0 can be really iffy.
I believe that's Antonio Brown.
I believe you're right about that, Rob.
He's not big enough to be.
5'9", 175 is quite a bit different from 6'2", 240. As he'll keep the ball and carry to the left side is Brown.
Yeah, tried to get Brown out in space. Clearly he's got the speed, but he just gets upended there at the point of attack by their leading tackler, who's number 20. All of a sudden I've got to find where I wrote his name down. Jarius Grayson.
Jarius Grayson.
He's their leading tackler. He's very aggressive. He's a corner, but he's very aggressive on these plays. Somehow we've got to catch him being aggressive.
3rd down and 6. Brown in the backfield. Melton looking to throw. He's got a man across the middle. He's going to hook up with number 13. That's going to be Chris Benyon. Benyon will catch it at about the 32-yard line, and he'll take it all the way to the 39. So that'll move the chains for West Alabama. A nice first down. 7-0 your score. An undisclosed amount of time left in the first quarter. Quick moving right here. Brown to the left side. Dances at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 3 on the play. Brown has he's quick. You know, he makes sharp movements. He made the first man miss and is able to pick up 3, maybe 4 on the play. So 2nd down and 6.
Yep, from Moss Point, Mississippi, by way of Pearl River Community College.
As the sun pierces through my soul.
Timeless. Timeless here.
We are looking at a 2nd down and 6. Melton in shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Brown, and he wants to go deep. He's got a man on the sideline. That's Gee Pollard.
He caught it.
Tips it, catches it.
Yep.
And that is a fantastic concentration play right there by Gee Pollard as he was covered step for step. And about the 20-yard line, it tipped off his fingertip, Rob, and then he was able to tip it to himself, and then he gets brought down almost to the 10-yard line.
The ball fell on his chest as he's laying on his back. And it was a beautiful pass, and Pollard did a great job of what you like to call creating separation. As soon as the ball got there, he sort of extended his arm with the defensive back, and he beat the aforementioned Jarius Grayson there on that sideline. They finally caught him biting. I guess that's the end of the first quarter.
We have had the announcement that the first quarter has ended. 7-0 your score. West Alabama on top. We'll take a quick break. We'll get ready for the second quarter here on Sly 104.9.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium on the campus of Miles College. West Alabama made the trip for 104 miles door to door from Livingston to Fairfield. They lead it after one quarter of play, 7-0. We'll flip the field. West Alabama will be heading toward the south end zone. They'll have it first down and 10 from the Golden Bears 15, call it 16-yard line.
I like they're sort of grinding out on the ground, but when they pass the ball, they are looking downfield, and I love it.
Antonio Brown looks like a pistol look here for West Alabama. Hand off to Brown. He's going to work to the left side. He'll get it across the 15. He'll take it down to the 14-yard line, so he'll pick up a couple yards on the play. As we mentioned, Brown, 5'9", 175 pounds, senior from Moss Point, Mississippi. Transfer from Pearl River Community College. West Alabama looking at a 2nd down and 8. Melton in shotgun. Brown in the backfield. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to get to Gee Pollard. In and out of the hands of Gee Pollard. If he catches it, it's 6.
Yeah, it's a little bit high for him. But, it was a catchable ball for sure. But they sent the blitz. They run a 4-3, and the outside linebacker on the field, on the sideline side where Gee Pollard is, came with the blitz. Pollard sort of filled in behind him on the slant, and they had it.
Pollard, the wide receiver here to the near side. You got Hilbert, Thompson, and Caleb Bass to the top side. Antonio Brown in the backfield. 3rd down and 8 to go. Snap to Tucker. He's looking to throw. He's going to get out to Silas Thompson. He wrestles a would-be tackler at the 5. He fights his way down. Did he get in? We're waiting for the sign.
Yep. I believe I saw the side judge put the hands up.
Well, there's a lot of explanation and exclamation as West Alabama reaches out. That's going to be Silas Thompson in there for a West Alabama touchdown. They find the end zone. A nice extra effort right there by Thompson. As Gabe Dunkle will come in to attempt the PAT. Trey Sullivan to hold. Dunkle, the left-footed kicker. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And that one will get through there. 14-0 your score. West Alabama on top here on Sly. 104.9.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
14-0 your score. West Alabama on top as we're here on the campus of Miles College. And on a beautiful, I'm going to repeat, beautiful afternoon. It's the stadium here. We are in the press box here on the home side. Miles fans in front of us, the band down to our left. Now they've got an artificial turf surface, much like you would see at West Alabama. And then they've got, it's not exactly a track, but it is a concrete.
Maybe was a track
at some point, but
they covered it up.
It's not a usable track now. It looks like a good walking track, but a nice setup here.
Yep, beautiful.
As Gabe Dunkle, he tees it up at the 35. He counts to make sure he's got all of his men in place. And the left-footed kicker, he's going to put a foot into it. End over end to the near side. It'll be fielded at the 5. They'll return it across the 10. He'll make a move at the 15. He'll get out to the 20, wrestles his way to the 23, 24-yard line. And once again, Rob, that was one of the better returns that they've had today. But, I mean, they're fielding that inside their own 5 every time and decide to bring it out.
It was. I thought we would see some yellow on that play, but we did not. I thought a couple of our guys got hit in the back. But again, still did not make it out to 25, just a little bit short of that, but it was one of their better returns. But Tigers with a 14-0 lead. Defense is playing well, and offense is playing well for sure.
Millhouse will bring him back out. And just as soon as I say Millhouse, that just doesn't look like a 12 from here. But maybe it is. Quarterback looks up. Millhouse will have to tuck it. He'll try to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he does.
Yep.
You know, I was watching the game, and I'm going to go back about 2 weeks ago. West Virginia was playing, and I didn't care anything about the game, but the jersey numbers on West Virginia look like race car numbers.
Yeah.
And for me, that I applaud. I love that.
Yeah, they were slick. Jamarcus Smith was sort of playing a spy that time against the running quarterback, and it worked out pretty well. He got the tackle that time.
Millhouse and shotgun. He's got Keys back there with him. He looks to throw. He's going to pass. Complete's going to be to Shafton Reese. He'll pick up a short yard on the play, it looks like, but that'll bring up third down and call it 2 yards, so 3rd down and 8. West Alabama's defense still playing well.
Yep, Kel Williams could not have played that any better. It was just a quick slant, and the receiver sort of had to come back to the ball because Kel Williams was all over him and made the tackle immediately for 2-yard gains. 3rd down and 8.
Blake Speed, the running back for Miles. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Millhouse with pressure. He'll just dump it as coming in there with reckless abandon for West Alabama is going to be number 32, Jamal Ellis, the junior out of McDonough, Georgia.
Well, if I hadn't saw it, I may not have believed it. The Tigers only rushed 2. They took their nose guard and faked like he was going to run upfield, but he basically became a spy, and only the 2 defensive ends rushed, and Jamal Ellis got home. If you're the offensive staff for Miles College, you got to be asking some questions of some guys. How do you rush 2 and still put pressure on the quarterback?
Brady Spradlin, he'll punt it away. He'll start off at his own 10. That one will be an end-over-end kick fielded. Oh, it hits at the 4, and then West Alabama thought better of it. He couldn't get under it. It hits at the 35 and then rolls all the way down to the 14-yard line. So a mega roll. That one will be nice looking on the stat page when it gets the
It will. That was turf-aided, as you know, and we have one of those here in Livingston, one of those turfs. But it's time, I think, that special teams maybe dials up a little wrinkle in their punt coverage, and that is to put a sort of a guy in front of the return man to catch that short punt.
I like that idea because definitely they have not had any booming kicks, and that one right there.
If they just fair catch it, they may save 30 yards.
I mean, Darius Nelson, he wanted to field that one, but it goes short, and he couldn't safely get under it. But West Alabama, they'll take over. 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. 8 ball in the backfield with Melton, 3 wide receivers topside. Hilbert here to the near side. Snap and hand off to Battle. Battle dances. He'll take it across the 15. He'll be wrestled down at the 17-yard line. About a 4-yard gain.
Put Battle up to about 33 yards in this game so far here early in the second quarter. Tigers leading 14-0. And he's running hard. He had 67 last week. And he had 19 carries for 67 yards, so he's right on his average.
2nd down, fakes the handoff. Melton's going to hook up with number 2. That's going to be Hilbert. He'll catch it at the 25 and bring it out to the 30. So another 1st down for West Alabama. And, man, Rob, we are about to get in business as this sun is about to go behind that giant oak tree in front of us, and we're going to actually be able to see some football. 1st down and 10 for West Alabama from their own 28-yard line.
They haven't turned the lights on yet, and now would be a good time.
Hey, I'm with that. 8 ball in the backfield. It'll hand off to Battle. He dances at the line. He crosses the 30, across the 35, and Battle will be wrestled to the ground at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's his longest run of the night. That's 9 yards for Battle, and that was a good one.
West Alabama moving quickly as Melton hand off to Battle. Battle across the 40. He'll get the 1st down and be.
The Tigers caught. They snapped it quick, and they caught the Golden Bears with 12 men in the defensive secondary. So I think they'll take the penalty here and take the extra 5 yards.
Yep. we talk about penalties. I mean, it's been a pretty clean game so far. That may be the first penalty.
I think you're right. I believe that is the first penalty of the game. But they caught it, they just snapped it quick and I don't know what he said there, but what he should have said was illegal substitution or illegal participation by the defense in a 5-yard step off, and it will give the Tigers so the play will not count basically, and after the penalty it'll be 1st and 10 from they stepped it off 4 yards. They don't really remember where the original line of scrimmage was, but they stepped off 4 yards, and now it'll be 1st. No, they get it right now. Very good. Up to the 42-yard line. That's where it's supposed to be. So after the 5-yard penalty, 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43. 5 wide receivers deployed. Nobody in the backfield except Tucker Melton. So he'll have a host of options. He looks over the scene. He looks to go near side. He's going to hit Pollard at the 49. Pollard across the 50 down to the 45. He'll be tackled at the 44-yard line. So Gee Pollard, he has become a kind of a go-to for Tucker Melton. West Alabama moving the chains.
That's his 4th catch already. I mean, we're not even halfway through the second quarter, I don't think. So this is a breakout game for Pollard for sure.
Melton in the pistol. Hands off to Battle across the 45, and then he'll be met by a whole host of Golden Bears at the 44-yard line. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
One thing we have found, though, is Tucker Melton is in rhythm, and he is under no pressure. He got hit a lot he got sacked 5 times last week. He's had no pressure tonight so far, and he is in a rhythm, and it is fun to watch.
And you are right, and you got to give a lot of credit to that offensive front. They've given him plenty of time. 3 wide receivers set with a tight end. Battle in the backfield. He'll fake the handoff. It'll be a lot of pressure. Quick throw. He thought he was going to be able to hook up with Owen Harper, but pressure right there by the Golden Bears. Had to get rid of it a little quicker than he wanted to, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yes, he did. They came with the blitz, and an outside linebacker got in on him and made him force that throw to Marcus Brown. Sort of forced the throw a little wide, and fortunately didn't fall into a Golden Bears hands. But 3rd and long here.
Pickens to the top side. Battle in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to go to Pickens. He's one-on-one with his would-be receiver, and that one will go out of bounds. I said it was
Dalton
Pickens.
Bailey.
That's Dalton Bailey,
yeah,
freshman out of Sipsey Valley. And that'll bring on the special teams unit.
Well, the defensive back on that side was not fooled. He did a great job of staying with Bailey and forcing the incomplete pass.
So 4th down and 9 with West Alabama up 14-0. Trey Sullivan will come in to do the punting duties. The return man stands at his own 10. High. End over end. He calls for the fair catch. He'll take that one at the 13. So the Golden Bears will take over. And once again, with an undisclosed amount of time here in the half, we'll take a short break on Sly 104.9.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Namapos, Alabama.
Millhouse hands it off. Running back making his way to the left side. He'll get it across the original line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 5. We'll call it 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd down. 4 to go. Millhouse and shotgun. He hands off to the running back, dances at the line. He'll go right side. He'll get it across the 30. He'll be brought down at the 31-yard line. So 2 runs in a row for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, that's the 2 best runs they've had all game, and it came right up the middle.
That looks like Aaron Frazier The back for the Golden Bears, Millhouse and shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the top side. He's got his running back here to his right.
That's not Miller. They've got a different quarterback in. They just keep it on the ground.
You're right. Millhouse turns into Jalen Parker. The 12 looked like the 13 looked like a 12.
Now, here's Jalen Parker's stats. That's why it's important. He was 3 of 12 for 11 yards last week passing. So, I mean, he is a running quarterback, but you've got to get him needing to throw the ball to have some success against him.
Frazier in the backfield. Parker looks over the scene. Pressure from West Alabama. He's going to dump it off to his running back. The pass will be complete. He'll take it across the 25, and he'll be pushed out just shy of the 30-yard line.
They are not going to ask Jalen Parker to throw the ball downfield. The extent of his passing is going to be swing passes like you just saw out of the backfield.
3rd down and 4 to go. The Golden Bears working from their own 29-yard line. Parker in at quarterback. Snaps a little bit high. He'll hand it off to Frazier. Frazier wants to go to left side, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. And a great job by the West Alabama defense, but it looks like we have a West Alabama Tiger that's a little bit shaken up, as I can see the athletic training staff tending to him.
That's going to be Stanford, Trayvon Stanford, who we called his name several times. Came in and really passed a good lick. There was a collision at the line of scrimmage, and I think Stanford was on the giving end of that collision, but the running back was running full speed as well, and Stanford's still down on the ground. So our award-winning and Hall of Fame staff was right there on him, and he was running off on his own power. Thank goodness.
That's a good sign. He was obviously a little shaken up right there, but the athletic training staff tending to him promptly, and he jogs off and makes his way.
They asked him, what town are we playing in tonight? And he said Manchester. So they said, that's good, that's perfect, that's where he's from. And he was back in the game. He's from Manchester, Georgia.
Roderick Smith in to punt. West Alabama's return man. That'll be Darius Nelson. He stands at his own 29-yard line. Hit the punt away. It'll end over end kick. Nelson will field it at the 35 across the 40. He's going to get to the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. He's got some room across the 35, the 30, and he'll be knocked down at about the 25-yard line as he kind of caught that on the run, Rob, and he got a little bit of a block, and when he saw the daylight, he was able to make some hay.
He got a lot of good block. It started off right up the middle, as you said, cut out to the right. The Tigers' special teams has been tremendous tonight, giving the Tigers good field position all game. And, boy, they are in business at the 26 here, up 14-0. Hey, we have a clock. It says 7 minutes, 12 seconds.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Are we to believe that? Is that real?
I don't want to get spoiled.
Right.
Bry Webb will be the lone back in the backfield. Melton, a little pitch to Webb. He's coming left side. He's got a little bit of a seam. And he'll take it across the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards on the play as he's brought down just shy of the 20-yard line, probably the 21. Pickup of 5 on the play, so 2nd down and 5 for West Alabama. 6:50 remaining in the first half, 14-0 your score. Tucker Melton, 5 wide receiver set. He's got Hilbert and Bry Webb here to the near side. He's looking to throw. He wants to go to I think he wanted to go to Hilbert, but he went to the sideline. Gee Pollard cut a slant up the middle, and Melton threw it to the sideline.
Darius Brown almost had his 2nd interception against these West Alabama Tigers. I'm sure this game's just a tad more personal for him than it is other teams or other players on this Bear squad. They actually have 3 players from Ringo County on this Golden Bear team.
Tucker Melton in shotgun, Webb to his right. Pollard and Hilbert here to the near side, and that's going to be Bailey, the lone wide receiver, at the numbers on the top side. 6:38 in the first half. West Alabama on top by 14. He surveys the scene. He puts Bailey in motion. The snap, he's looking at Bailey. The pass, it's overthrown. If he brings it down just, 18 inches, Bailey's in the end zone for a touchdown.
When Tucker Melton misses, he misses high typically, right? I mean, he's very rarely missing low. And just some adjustments he can make. It seems like to me, because he's pretty. When he misses high. Of course, it's scary too, because you miss high and you give the defense an opportunity to intercept the ball. So field goal opportunity here for the Tigers.
38-yarder from the left hash for the left-footed kicker. The hold is good. The kick end over end. It's got plenty of leg, and that one's going to get through. Hey, diddle right down the middle for Gabe Dunkle. 17-0 your score. 6:28 remaining in the first half. West Alabama on top. We'll take a quick break on Sly 104.9.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
17-0 your score. 6:28 remaining in the first half. And, Rob, I'm seeing a lot of positives right here, and not the exact team that we saw just a week ago.
No, a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2 so far in this football game. And you know, look, Miles got off to a slow start last week and then came on in the second half. But today, the Tigers have been firing really offense, defense, and special teams. I would say there's a couple of times the Tigers had offensive chances deep in Miles' territory, came away with no points, and you don't like to see that. But when you're up 17-0 and controlling the game the way they are, it's hard to argue.
Dunkle puts a foot in it. Low line drive. It'll be fielded at the 2, and they decide to bring it out across the 10. He'll make a move at the 15 and find opposition at the 20. He breaks a tackle and gets across the 25. He wrestles his way across the 30 and finally drugged down. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 31-yard line, and that was that's the best return of the afternoon. And with 6:20 remaining, West Alabama's offense has looked good, and I tell you, their defense has looked pretty sharp as well.
Well, they've only allowed, 45 total yards of offense. Tigers already have darn near 224 so far tonight. So 10 through the air and 35 on the ground for the Golden Bears of Miles. They stick with 13 there.
It's going to be Parker. He's going to want to throw. He's got a man in the middle. He'll hook up with number 2. That's going to be his favorite target, Jai Andrews. They get into Tiger territory as they cross midfield. Andrews will be brought down at the West Alabama 47-yard line. As that was the biggest play from scrimmage.
That was his longest play as a quarterback. His longest play, he only had 11 yards passing last week.
He's going to keep it. That's going to be Parker. He's got the right side. He's going to get it across the 30. He made a move at midfield. He crosses midfield, dances around, tiptoes down the line, and he will be forced out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. So we'll call it, it's a little closer than I thought, 23-yard line. So first down and 10 from the West Alabama 23. Parker in at quarterback. It'll be handoff as he battles his way across the original line of scrimmage here to the right side, kicks it across the 20 and brought down by a whole host of Tigers.
Golden Bears with a little life here, Will.
A lot of life.
A little bit more spunk in their step than they've had the rest of this game.
Frazier in it, running back. Second down. 6 to go. Parker in shotgun, high snap. Parker's going to tuck it. He breaks a tackle. Fights his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to be all that's doing, as that one was high, and he tried to keep it. Checking in for West Alabama is going to be number 54, Stephen White.
Yeah, and Jamarvis Turner also had a hand in that as well, and that was a designed run. He was just he dropped back and quarterback draw, and the Tigers did a good job of sort of staying at home and mesh rush and didn't let him through the wickets. Big third down here for Golden Bears. 4
wide receiver set. Frazier to Parker's left. Snap to Parker. He's going to keep it himself. He'll take it across the 20 And wrapping him up is going to be number 44 for West Alabama. That's Devontae Bryant. That's a great job by Devontae.
Devontae Bryant saved the first down, is what he did. That was an outstanding open field tackle by Devontae Bryant, and forcing the 4th down and 6 play here, which will bring on a field goal attempt.
Looks like they're going to bring on Roderick Smith. They'll be on the left hash. Be a 36-yarder. In to hold. As the kick is up, end over end. And that one is going to be no good. He missed it wide right as he had plenty of leg, and that one just didn't quite get through as they they switch the kickers up quite a bit. I believe that was Brady Spradlin. But West Alabama's defense holds 17-0 here. Rob, I mean, we've seen some life out of the offense. The defense has really been flying around the football.
Yep.
And I could get used to this kind of play.
Absolutely.
I mean,
the key now, though, is something we didn't do last week. Put them away. And like it started at the end of the first half last week. We struggled. So let's see how we manage the clock now with 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Melton in shotgun, Webb to his left. He's going to hand off to Webb. Webb wants to go right side. He spins at the 22, and he breaks a tackle. He gets it across the 30, and he'll be brought down to the 31. So first down run, 11-yard gain for Bry Webb. And, you know, you do these ball games, and I've done baseball and football for a number of years, and you always get the messages from people. And one of my great friends and former assistant coaches is listening today, Megan Darhauer. Thank you for listening as they hand it off to Webb. Webb brings it here to the near side, and he's going to bring it just across the 35. He'll bring it to the 36-yard line, pick up of 5 on the play. But Coach D, all the way from Tigers football, we love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everybody for tuning in as they follow the Tigers this season. Melton surveys the scene. 3 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield. He throws out to the big tight end. That's going to be Owen Harper. Harper's going to catch it at about the 41-yard line. He'll be wrestled back. He'll finally fall down after just refusing to go to the turf.
This drive is off to a good start. Tigers are playing almost hurry up, but they're really not in a hurry. But they've been able to make positive yards, and with 2.5 minutes to go, they'll start to speed things up a little bit more.
Webb, the lone back in the backfield. Melton hands off to Webb. Webb here to the near side. It looked like he might have got a little face mask action, but he's met in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play.
It has been a clean game by both teams, hasn't it?
Very clean game, very disciplined game by both of these clubs, and by all accounts, a well-officiated game.
To be this early in the season, to see this clean of a game is really unique.
We hit the 2-minute mark, 17-0 your score. Tucker Melton in shotgun, 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers. He wants to throw. He's looking for the far side. He's going to try to hook up with Owen Harper, and Harper wasn't able to reel it in. You could see the frustration now. If you have never been standing next to Owen Harper, I mean, this is a grown man.
Yeah.
6'5", 240. I passed by him in the cafeteria the other day, and I was like, holy smokes. I mean, he's a giant.
Well, again, we missed high, and so Tucker Melton, you know, he's got to somehow find a way to get that ball down just a little bit.
5 wide receivers set for the Tigers, 3rd down and 11. Tucker Melton, he'll work from his own 40-yard line as he's got 11 yards to go, under 2 minutes to play. He looks to throw. He sees Brown coming out of the backfield. Brown catches it across the 45. He'll be wrestled to the ground at about the 49-yard line. It'll be shy of the first down by 3 yards.
Yeah, I think you got a punt here. It's going to be 4th down and 3, minute 40 to go. You know, Miles College has 4 first downs on the night, but they've shown the ability to have some chunk plays, which they did on the last drive. So I think you've got to pin them deep. Again, right before the end of the half, kind of wanted to mount a little longer drive, get in a 4-minute offense and whittle it down to a 2-minute offense and try to get some points on the board. But I think we'll take if we could force it to be 17-0 at halftime, we get the ball to start the second half.
Gradarius Brown back deep to receive for the Golden Bears, and right on cue, you said it, they're going to bring on the punting unit. Trey Sullivan.
Let the clock run here, so they're happy to take the 5-yard delay game. Well, they'll call timeout to avoid the delay of game. So I like that. Again, you get the ball to start the second half, right? We kicked it off, I believe, to start the game. So, you 17-0 in the halftime ain't terrible, and if you get the chance to keep Miles off the board, you definitely want to do that. So I think that's the motivation here. And what has been, it hasn't been perfect, and stay tuned because near the end of the half, we'll have, as the Tigers come back onto the field, we'll have Coach Brett Gilliland on to get his thoughts on the first half and outlook on the second half. But he won't say that it's been a perfect half of football. Certainly has not, but certainly a lot better than we saw last week, I think.
I think we could all agree on that, yeah.
And then the key, again, and I'll ask him, is, what do we need to do to step on Miles' throat in the second half and not, avoid sort of the close call we had last week. Right?
That's right. Trey Sullivan in to punt. One punt on the afternoon. That one went 31 yards. Back deep for the Golden Bears, Gradarius Brown. End over end punt. It'll be fair caught. It's going to be at about the 16-yard line. So they'll have 54.6 ticks of the clock remaining in this first half. West Alabama on top by a score of 17-0. This would be a great opportunity, Rob, to tell some folks that we appreciate the things that they do to help us make this work. Wayne Grant back in the station. He's always helping us out, producing things and making it happen. Brian Court's our sports information guy here, has got us set up with everything that we needed this week. We appreciate that as well. So Miles will start at first down and 10 from their own 16. Flushed out here to the near side is Parker. Pursuit by West Alabama. Parker will tuck it. He'll get it across the 20, out of the 21-yard line. And, we were talking about the lighting.
Yeah.
The sun was brutal.
Yep.
This stadium is very nice, and the lighting looks like they need about at least 25% more lights.
Our windows are shaded, so I look forward to being out there to see if it's really that dark.
Pass out to the near side. That'll be complete to Andrews. Parker to Andrews as Miles will get the first down. And, I didn't think about the tint on the window, but that does definitely factor in.
I'm hopeful. I'll tell you when I get out there.
Parker in shotgun looks to throw, sidearms it. Intended receiver is going to be Jalen Peterson. But there to break it up for West Alabama is going to be Shamar Lewis, as Lewis was there in a hurry. 26 seconds remaining, 17-0 your score. As West Alabama's on top. West Alabama's defense has looked sharp this afternoon.
Yes, they have.
Very proud of the effort as Parker, he'll be in shotgun. He'll deploy 4 wide receivers. He's got his one lone back, but he's not going to use them. Pressure up front as Parker throws across the middle. He'll hook up with number 2, Lodge, as Lodge brings it out near midfield.
Miles has not tried to work the clock. They're going to take their first time out now. This is Miles' first time out. They're taking with 19 seconds left to go in the first half. The ball's now at the 49-yard line. They had not tried to work the clock really at all until right then when they called timeout. So they've gotten some limited time. That was a really beautiful pass that time by their quarterback, Jalen Parker. And hits his man in stride and picks up, about 25 yards on the play.
It's a nice play right there by Parker, and you said it. I mean, they really, just seem to be kind of content to go into the half, and all of a sudden a couple of big chunk-type plays out near midfield, and they decide to spend one of their timeouts. They'll have it first down and 10.
Well, the Tigers have got to get him off and make him uncomfortable in the pocket, but you cannot let him by you. So they're really kind of content to not rush very many and just kind of keep him in front of them. They have not blitzed on this particular series, sort of been in prevent.
Parker in shotgun, 4 wide receivers. He looks to throw. He's got a lot of pressure. Pocket collapses. He's going to keep the ball. He'll tuck it. He'll take it across the 50. He'll get down to the 45, and the ball comes out.
No, he says down. He said he's down, Will. The clock, they finally do call timeout. The play took a long time. It's now 6.8 seconds to go. So the play took about 13 seconds off the clock, thank goodness. But they did say the play was down, and then Miles calls a timeout. He was short of the first. They're moving the chains, but he was short of the first down marker, so they had to burn the timeout. That was the one thing I was really concerned about, was Parker breaking out of the pile and really making big yardage with his feet.
Yeah, because he really can cause some havoc. Parker, wearing number 13, 6 foot, 215-pound redshirt senior from Hoover, Alabama. It says he transferred from UAB.
Yeah, they're going to put 6.9 seconds back on the clock. They actually started the clock back, ran a second off, which is what we'd love for them to do, but I think the right thing to do, because the coach had called timeout, was 6.8 or 9 seconds to go. If they can put that, they haven't done it yet, but they're going to try to get 6.9 seconds back on the clock here.
Showing 9. I was with you. I saw the 6 point whatever, but they're going to go with 9. So, well, I don't know about the extra, say 2.5 seconds there, but
supposed to be 6.9, not 9.0. Well,
second down and 2. Parker steps back. A lot of time. He wants to load up. He's going to try to get to the end zone. That one's going to fall incomplete. And that one's going to run the clock down to 3.1, which that was the extra time that we thought from the previous play. So Parker makes a shot of it.
They get an extra play here. What amounts to, these guys are running pretty fast 40 times there. They're going to get an extra play because of the clock not being what it should be. But here we go, last play of the first half.
Parker in shotgun, keys to his right, 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the top side, 1 to the near side. Parker takes the snap, steps back, a little bit of pressure, dances around. He's still dancing. In pursuit is West Alabama. Parker, he's going for it all, and that's going to go out of the back of the end zone, and the trumpet player was the closest one to making that play. But that one's going to fall incomplete, and that'll end the first half. Halftime score, West Alabama 17, the Golden Bears of Miles College 0. Here from Sly, 104.9.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Halftime at Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium. The Miles Purple Machine Marching Band is on, and I talked to a good friend of mine, Coach Patrick Peasant. He's a softball coach and game ops kind of guy here, events coordinator at Miles, and they just got a new lighting system installed this week, and it's an LED system, so it's like regular lighting when you want it to be normal, and then like for the halftime, they have the ability to actually strobe the colors from the lights, and the marching band came out. I got to figure they're 250, 300 strong here, and they came out with the kind of the strobe effect with the lighting. They sound great and look great.
That purple colors.
I mean, it's you know, you start thinking about, well, you know, we could have played this game at 2:00 and been home already. And then you go, well, we wouldn't have seen the cool light show and all the things that go with it. But I tell you what else looks great. The Tigers have looked great so far, 17-0 your score. They got started. Tucker Melton hit the 50-yard pass to John Hilbert to get things going. Dunkle put the PAT through. West Alabama led 7-0. And Tucker Melton there with 14-18 in the second, hooked up for 14-yard touchdown pass to Silas Thompson. And that drive, 8 plays, 88 yards. It took 3 minutes and some change. West Alabama led 14-0, and there was 6:28 in the second. Trace Sullivan knocks one through from 38, and West Alabama with a 17-0 lead here, Rob. And I mean, you know, we got the win last week, and we looked good at times, and we looked less than good at times. And this week, I mean, we've come out, and the guys have looked sharp. There's a lot of really positive energy. We've moved the football, and the defense has done their part as well.
Well, I feel like we've made a little bit more of a commitment to the run. And offensively, the offensive line has just played outstanding, I think, in both the running and passing, especially passing. I don't know that you know, I don't know that the quarterback Tucker Melton has any licks on him at all. I don't think they've gotten to him one time. So, you know, it hadn't been from a lot of pressure. But so the line has done a great job pass protecting, a lot better than last week. And then, you know, the running game has been mostly okay. We've got 69 yards of rushing on the night. I look at Miles, and we've given up 76 yards rushing to Miles. They have been on really about 2 different chunk plays, both of them scrambles by the quarterback. Running backs really haven't done anything. If we can keep the quarterback in the pocket, then Miles probably isn't going to have very many rushing yards. But, again, I think the biggest improvement from week to week has been the offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line, they've given Tucker Melton a lot of time to throw. He's 10 of 21 on the afternoon for 47%. He did throw 1 pick, but he's rolled up 184 yards so far and 2 scores. And he had the big play for 50-yard touchdown pass for the long of the afternoon. Let's count them here. 1, 2, 3, 6 different wide receivers. Benyon, Thompson, Webb, and Harper each with a catch. Hilbert with 2. And Gee Pollard, he's got 4 catches for 70 yards, 17.5 per. But Hilbert and Thompson have found the end zone. And you mentioned the running backs. We've seen all 3 running backs tonight battle 9 carries for 42 yards. He's averaging just shy of 5 yards per. Bri Webb, 5 carries for 29. And Antonio Brown, 4 carries for 8. So, all these factors, these guys are getting in, they're getting things done. And, if we can continue to see this type of enthusiasm and improvement week to week, I mean, by the time we get to the GSC schedule, and by the time we get home next week, I think it's going to be a great product to see. And I hope if you haven't been able to see them firsthand, that you guys can get out soon and do that.
Oh yeah, I know people are looking forward to being able to see them at home, but the improvement week to week has been nice. The Tigers have been able to put some drives together. First of all, special teams has given us great field position, and then we've been able to string some first downs together. Which there were times last week when we had 4 or 5 different straight 3 and outs. This week so far, that has not been the case. We've been able to string some drives together and keep the field position in our favor. So the 12 first downs on the night where Miles only has 6. I think they're trying to keep it balanced. We've talked about Tucker Melton, and he's, obviously having a good night. He's 10 of 21 with one pick, and we say he's having a good night. Tucker Melton probably tell you that he could have done a lot better. He's missed several overthrows frankly, bring them down a foot and a half, and there's no telling what his stats would be.
Well, you're probably talking about at least 14 more points on the board, because there's been a couple that just got away from him. But he has looked sharp, and you said it earlier in the broadcast that he hasn't looked rattled at all. Right. He's really settled in, and this has been a clean game. I'm looking through this. There has been, count it, 1 penalty for 5 yards in half of a football game in week number 2. I mean, so there's a lot to be said about the discipline on both sides here.
Well, the Tigers have hit them deep twice, and I'd like to see them take more shots downfield in the second half for sure. But again, it's been a good game plan, and he's staying within the game plan. And I like being up 17-0, and I would like it even more if we are able to close this thing out and not let Miles back in this game. The way Miles came back last week against Alabama State, and the way West Alabama allowed Morehouse College to come back last week as well. So we know that Miles is capable, and we certainly know that we did not keep our foot on the throat of Morehouse last week. So this week we'll see if that changes.
Yeah, no doubt. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do a little comparative here, and then I'll get Rob's thoughts on what we need to do in the second half to continue to extend this lead here on Sly 104.9.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Memphis, Alabama.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
We're about 6 minutes away from the start of the second half. 17-0 your score. 5:44 is the official time before we can get to the start of the second half. And it's been a great job by West Alabama. Some of the comparisons as our play-by-play color analyst.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Pearson.
how to get on the field. I'm going to have to jump the fence.
If we see Rob Pearson jump the fence today, I'll have just about seen it all and will know 100% that I'll never be able to keep up.
Well, I'm close to it because the other entrance to the field is blocked off by the band. All 287,000 of them.
Well, I tell you what, they did have a big band and something that they're proud of, and rightly so. And the lighting situation that transpired through the normal LED variety there was impressive.
And by the way, there's plenty of light down here.
So the tinted windows, although very good visually from the outside, does make it seem like it's a little bit darker here on the inside.
It does. Tinted windows make all the difference.
West Alabama with 12 first downs in the first half to Miles' 6. Plays, we're looking at West Alabama, 39 plays for 253 yards, 34 plays for 135. For the Golden Bears, Miles has had to punt 6 times for an average of 39. West Alabama's 2 punts average 32. Now the time of possession, 15:54 for West Alabama, 14:06 for the Golden Bears as we hit the 4-minute mark. And
Coach, pretty good first half. We had other opportunities that didn't cash in.
We did. Defensively came out and held them to 3 straight 3-and-outs. That was great. obviously we got to quit starting the game with the interception on offense, but we got it rolling. I felt like we actually for the first time got into some rhythm offensively there midway through the half, and so hey, we're up 17-0. We got to come out and play a much better second half than we did last week.
Seems like when Tucker misses, he misses high.
That's right. He's just got to calm down and just play ball.
But Coach, you got another opportunity really to try to put a team away.
That's right. We're going to see if that's what we're made of or not.
There you go. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks. Go Tigers.
Coach Brett Gilliland there.
Tell you what, I love the fact that Rob's able to get down there and hear from Coach, and he said it, we've done some good things and, just make a few more adjustments and come out and play a really strong second half. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half here on Sly 104.9.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They leave the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
We're about a minute and a half away from the start of the second half. 17-0 your score. West Alabama on top, and on an afternoon and now into the evening where the Tigers, they have looked sharp as they've taken on the Miles College Golden Bears. West Alabama's Tucker Melton, 10 of 21 with an interception for $184, 2 touchdowns and a long of 50. And, coming in, we mentioned West Alabama 11-1 in the series against Miles. And they have been blessed with success playing the opponents out of our home state of Alabama. We're about a minute away, we'll call it 45 seconds away, as Miles stretching down here in the north end zone. West Alabama has already made it to their sideline. They're on the far sideline as Coach Brett Gilliland, we were able to catch up with him there just before we get to the beginning of this second half, and a lot of great things to be expected. I looked at my watch and it's like, Rob, it's like that took like an hour and 10 minutes to play the first half. I mean, that's quite a clip.
Well, you're not on CBS. That's a really good thing. They don't have all those commercial breaks. So, and both teams have tried to run the ball, so you get what you get, which is more of a running clock, but. Good crowd here today. It's the first time I really had a chance to look at the crowd. And, the purple marching machine takes up almost half of the home stands over here on the near side.
Millhouse got the start at quarterback for Miles. He went 2 of 7 for only 8 yards. Parker came in. He's gone 3 of 6 for 50 yards. But more importantly, from Parker's standpoint, he's had 5 carries for 37. He's averaging just over 7 per carry. Frazier with 5 carries for 19. Millhouse had 6 carries of his own for a net of 16. Keys and Speed with a couple carries each as West Alabama breaks from the sideline as they start to make their way to the field. Rob, this second half, what do you anticipate from the Tigers, and what do we got to do to, extend this 17-point lead?
Well, it's a good question. I don't think they'll. I think they'll try to work on Tucker Melton a little bit. Let him throw the ball a little more. Coach G talked about it, and I asked him about it. he did get in a rhythm about halfway through that first half where he couldn't miss, and then there were times when he was just throwing high and just off the mark. So I think they want to get him more reps throwing the ball, get him more and more comfortable before next week we'll have to play Tuskegee, and then the week after get into go South Conference play.
Back deep for West Alabama. Return men standing at their own 12. Spradlin kicking it off, end over end. That's going to be the return man fielded at the 5 across the 10. He'll go to the 15, the 20. The 25, he'll be wrestled down. They're going to spot him at about the 29-yard line, so West Alabama will take over first down and 10 from their own 25. 17-0 your score. We're just underway here in the second half. As West Alabama's on the road for the second consecutive week, looking for win number 2 on the season. Had a good first half. Tucker Melton trots out. He brings the offense with him. Demetrius Battle will be in the backfield.
We have an outstanding student information department, that comes and travels for these games and does media relations. We need one more that fixes plates of food.
The pitch coming to the near side. That's going to be Brown. And that one was sniffed out early. No, that's I got that one wrong. Looks like that was Nelson, wide receiver.
Yeah.
Nelson, he came from the...
It was a jet sweep, and Miles just had it read, and they were able to tackle him in the backfield for a big 6-yard loss.
Yeah, big loss right here. West Alabama is going to deploy 5 wide receivers. 2 here to the near side. That includes Gee Pollard. Snaps low. Tucker Melton looking to throw. He's going to catch up with Nelson. Crumming across the middle. He'll get the original line of scrimmage +1, so a pickup of about 7.
Well, he came a really nice spot there. It almost looked like he fumbled on the play. West Alabama recovered, but I don't think they ruled it a fumble. It's not a first down because you can't see the... so it's 3rd down and 6. It's hard to see the first down marker.
When you say nice spot, that is very nice.
That was a nice spot.
3rd down and 5. Melton in shotgun. He's going to bring Battle to his right. 3 wide receivers set with Pollard here to the near side. He's looking Pollard's way. No, he's going to try to go up to Owen Harper. And that one's going to be overthrown by quite a bit to Owen Harper. And as we mentioned, when you overthrowing a guy who's 6'5", you've done something. So once again, Melton's miss is a little tall.
Well, that wasn't a bad overthrow. Melton was well covered. He was bracketed. He had a guy in front of him and a guy behind him. And so what I mean by that is the incomplete pass was, he was starting to get some pressure, and the incomplete pass was warranted there. So not the start we wanted, though, to start the second half.
4th down and 5. Punting unit on for West Alabama. Trey Sullivan to punt from his own 21. High spiral here to the near side. Fair catch. And that'll be fielded at about the 27-yard line. So West Alabama's special teams comes out. That's that's a booming punt right there. A nice tight spiral.
Yeah, he turned it over. It was right at 40 yards, looked like, on that punt in the air after the fair catch. So, the negative play on first down hurt. You don't have that. Probably have an opportunity to string some first downs together.
Now, my assumption is they'll come back with Parker, but we'll see here as he'll be in shotgun. That looks to be Keys to his left. The handoff to be Keys. He'll do a shake move right there at the line of scrimmage. He'll come to the right, and he'll take it out to about the 30-yard line.
You're exactly right. It is Jalen Parker who did the best of the 2 quarterbacks for Miles, so it makes perfect sense for him to start this second half.
Parker in shotgun. Looks to be Keys to his right. 4 wide receivers set. 2 here to the near side. Parker drop back to pass. He's pressured by West Alabama. And that one intended for number 2. That's going to be his favorite target, Andrews, but overthrown by about 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, the Miles coaches in the booth next to us really thought they had that play, and they did. He had just a bit of a step on D. Mays, but the ball was overthrown. So big 3rd down here. Tigers can hold, try to force a punt deep in Miles territory.
3rd down and 6 from the 30. Parker in shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Quarterback, keeper, And West Alabama's defense says no, sir.
You think that was a designed run again? Was that a quarterback draw? Or there's just that much pressure?
I would like to believe that, man, West Alabama's pressure just got to him.
But Devontae Bryant was the one that got to him, and he got to him in a hurry. The defense came up big again, forcing the 3-and-out right there and trying to get some good field position here.
Smith back to punt it away.
That's a new return. Tyler Smith back to – is that Tyler Smith?
31. Tyler Smith stands on his own 35, and he's got to retreat, and he decides to let it go. But, man, that one was shot out of a cannon, and if the special teams can get down there and keep it from going in the end zone, and they do, what a play. That's going to be downed at the 1, Rob.
There was a game earlier today where the punter punted the ball, and it was downed at about the 1.5 yard line. I don't know if you saw the game or not, but that punt was better and better executed, and it's inside where that punt was. So it is literally inside the 1 yard line, and I'm going to tell you, that was a 69-yard punt.
Smith was 68. standing at the 30 and began to retreat, and when he got to the 20, he totally abandoned ship because he wasn't going to get there.
Well, the yard line was, well, it may have been longer than 70. I think the yard line was like the 27 or so. So it was about a 72, 71-yard punt.
It was a bomb. And credit to special teams guys getting down there because it was just rolling, as you said, the turf roll, and they get there, bat it from going into the end zone, and it's down at the 1. So West Alabama.
There's some discussion here. I'm wondering if they're talking about whether that ball broke the plane. They're talking about it. I hope they say that it did, but no one is moving yet. The ball spotted inside the 1, and they're going back now to talk to a Miles coach. And why? The official is coming over here to talk to the Miles coach, who is Sam Shade. We haven't talked about that. Miles is coached by Sam Shade from the University of Alabama, played strong safety for the Tide. Oh. So Miles first touched the ball at the 3. The Tigers get a 2-yard break there.
Well.
We'll take it. Sam Shade was most recently coaching at Pinson Valley. Had a really good tenure there at Pinson Valley, and Miles has hired him. He's got several other members of his staff. Let's see. I can have that list. Some names that people have heard of.
It'll be first down and 10 for West Alabama, working from their own 3-yard line, literally in their own end zone. Snap to Melton, hand off to Battle, and he will battle his way out to he almost made the 5-yard line, it looks, so it's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play, 1.5. We'll call it 2.
I mentioned some names people have heard of before. Chris Snelling is the defensive coordinator. He's an Auburn graduate. A.C. Carter, remember him, out from Alabama, former wide receiver. He was a wide receiver and recruiting coordinator, coach here. Ronald McKinnon from North Alabama, inside linebackers. Here's another one. You ready? Tyrone King from West Alabama, coaches defensive backs.
A lot of names that we've heard of. Second down for West Alabama. Tucker Melton stands on his own goal line. He looks to throw. Wants to go out to the tight end, Caleb Bass, and that will fall incomplete, and we'll do it again. So that'll bring up third down. Third down and about 8 to go from their own 5.
That's certainly one right there that we'd like to have back for sure. I think that Tucker Melton, that wasn't just a hard throw, and Bass was sort of by himself, and it was about a 7-yard throw, and he just kind of threw it out in front of him. I think Melton would certainly love to have that one back.
Third down. Gee Pollard here to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the top. Battle in the backfield. Melton steps back to pass. He's getting pressure. He wants to go across the middle to Owen Harper, and he catches it. Owen Harper across the 30, the 35, and he'll be wrestled down at the 40. That is, I said Owen Harper. That's going to be Caleb Bass.
He got it back.
We were here and dropped it. Yeah.
That was an outstanding pass on just a seam route right up the middle of the field against his 2 deep safeties, and Bass caught it in stride. And then when the Miles players go to make the tackle at the 40-yard line. Two of them collided against each other. One of them still down on the turf. But what a big play on 3rd and long from your own 5-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8, you're right.
That pass just perfect. Got to be a great confidence builder going into the rest of this game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the young man that's down, it's gotten really hot, and he's probably cramping up a little bit right there. Going to get him stretched out. But, Rob, you said it. I mean, it was 3rd down and long, and Melton, with a little bit of time, was able to throw a strike. He hooks up with Caleb Bass. And, last week we asked if we had, Bass on our bingo card for the first touchdown of the year. I did not. I was admitted of that. But nice catch and throw right there, Melton to Bass as the injured.
Well, he is.
Well, heck, they were stretching him out like he had a cramp, but I'm telling you, he's holding a leg like he's got a bum knee.
Yeah, he is not putting any weight on that right leg, and they're helping him off the field, and maybe he still may have a cramp. They're just kind of getting him off.
Looks like James Sawyer Jr., a native of Fairfield, went to Fairfield High School. They bring him off.
Yeah, he didn't come far.
Coming out onto the field is Melton. He'll bring out the offensive unit. It'll be Bass and Hilbert to the far side. You got Gee Pollard here to the near side, battle in the backfield. 1st down and 10, West Alabama from their own 40. Hands off to Battle. He tries to go up the middle. He brings it to the left side. He'll get across the 40 to the 41. He'll stop progress after a short gain of 1 on the play. So West Alabama will be 2nd down and 9 from their own 41.
I believe that was an RPO that time. He just decided to hand it off to Battle as he was looking downfield. I'm not sure who he was reading there, but didn't like what he saw and just handed it off. But, 1st downs, I think it's got to be a priority. We've just got to get more yards on 1st down.
Hilbert, Bass, and Owens to the far side. Gee Pollard here to the near side. Battle in the backfield. Melton looking to throw. He goes across the middle to Bass. Bass catches it at the 50, breaks it across the 45, brought down at the 43-yard line. So another 1st down for West Alabama as Melton and Bass seem to be on the same page.
They do, and Bass knows he's going to get hit as he caught the ball, but certainly reeled it in anyway.
With some speed, Battle gets the handoff, avoids a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He'll take it across the 45-yard line. He'll get brought down at the 43, so a couple-yard gain there for Demetrius Battle. They mark him for about a 1-yard gain, maybe 1.5.
I'd like to see one time Tucker Melton keep when he sort of doing a sprint option and he's puts the ball in the belly of Demetrius Battle. He could keep or hand off. I'd like to see keep one time. So I think he'd make about 30 yards.
I'm with you on that, Rob. And they decide to go with a 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the top side, 2 here to the near side, and that includes Battle. Back to pass is Melton, throwing far side. Intended receiver looked to be Hilbert. And that one's going to fall incomplete thanks to the defensive back there for Miles College. It looked like he got a hand on it.
Well, keep a bookmark by that play. When they went 5 wide, we had Demetrius Battle as the slot receiver on the near side, on the short side of the field. He went across the field and nobody went with him. There was nobody 10 yards from him. And I think they'll point that out to Tucker Melton next time. He'll just take the easy pass there.
3rd down and 9, 4 wide receiver set, Battle in the backfield. Melton looks over the offense, snaps, he wants to throw, and it's going to cause a stoppage of play. We see some flags down.
Second flag of the game.
Sounded like they said that was going to be a false start. I caught the number as number 67, Jared Averett.
How did we end up with tongs up here, do you know?
I could not tell you, but every good radio crew carries tongs, right? In case you're cooking burgers or...
When I picked up these 2 cookies, I may have picked up the tongs. I'm not real sure, but...
We can put those back on the way out. Or
yeah,
we can use
so.
We can find something. We may have dropped something behind the chair there. We'll be able to fish it out. But either way, tongs or no tongs, it'll bring up 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and
14.
3rd and the whole bunch for West Alabama. Melton to pass, quick pass out to the wide receiver there. I think that's going to be Hilbert. He'll pick up 5 yards on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
But the Tigers got out of their own territory, right? I mean, this drive started at their own 3. So getting it out across the 50 to the 44 is a win for the offense. I mean, they're not going to get any points. Then turned the ball over, and they mounted some first downs, kept the defense off the field. And with 8:40 and counting in the third quarter, they're going to punt the ball away, and they've effectively flipped the field. So outstanding job, really, by the offense, even though they did not end in a score.
Gradarius Brown back to receive the punt. He calls for the fair catch. And he'll reel that one in at about the 12-yard line. A nice punt by Trey Sullivan.
We called him Grady back home.
Grady
Brown.
Tell you what, I kind of like that.
Yeah. He was an outstanding player for the Patriots. Carried them to playoffs every year. Won a lot of football games for them. I'm trying to remember if Grady, I think, was on their state championship team. I'm not remembering as well as I should whether he was or not, but I kind of think that maybe he was.
Parker will trot back out as the quarterback for Miles College. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Parker looking to throw across the middle. He's completed the pass. The receiver across the 20. He'll be wrestled down at about the 24-yard line.
That's the first time we've seen Miles execute a screen pass, and that was effective for him, and that'll cause our defense to pause a little bit and have to change a little bit on defense.
Parker in shotgun. Hands off to Keys. Keys trying to work his way in there behind the tackle, and nothing doing as West Alabama's defense steps up.
There's a flag on the near side. I think Miles is going to be guilty of an illegal shift this time, so that'll back them up. That'll help. It's still first down, I believe, but definitely back them up 5 yards. This is the point in the game, Will, when you start to, you feel Miles creep back up on you, and the Tigers' defense needs to keep them where they are, and with the Tigers up 17-0.
Bryant, Turner, and White up front for West Alabama. As Miles is looking at a second down, Parker step backs to throw. Kind of goes to the near side. He'll find his wide receiver coming back to the football. That's going to be Andrews. In coverage, just a little bit deep, was D. Mays. He tried to make a break on the ball, but Andrews had to dive and catch it. He reels it in. Gains positive yards, but still 3rd and long for the Golden Bears.
I'm trying to remember, Will. It seems like to me it ought to be 2nd down, but they're saying it's 3rd down, and I'm happy for them.
3rd down according to the sticks. Parker with pressure. Tries to throw across the middle. Looks like a flag came in late. Right at the feet of Parker.
Now, this may be a personal foul on one team or the other. There was some jawing going back and forth. There is a personal foul, but who? They call roughing the passer against the Tigers. Now, that's like a turnover. Again, the Tigers came with an all-out blitz. It got to him, but I didn't see the head. They must have, in an effort to block the pass, hit the quarterback upside the helmet. Which, if you come in with your arms high, and when you come down, if you come down on the quarterback's helmet, they'll call that roughing the passer. So I think that's what happened. But it gives Miles new life now. It's 41.
Back to the Miles 41. It'll be 1st down and 10. 4 wide receivers. 1 here to the numbers on the near side. Handoff, fakes the handoff to Keys. Parker keeps it himself. And he gets it across the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 2 on the play. West Alabama's defense, once again, seems like we talk about these 2 guys, White and Turner, right there in the mix.
Stephen White, smart, heady play right there. Stayed at home. The quarterback read keep. Stephen White stayed at home and kept the quarterback from getting outside. And then once he turned him in, there was help there along the way. What a great play by Stephen White.
2nd down for the Golden Bears. 4 wide receivers. High snap. Parker has to tip it to himself. A lot of pressure by West Alabama, and they're going to get him for a big-time loss. Leading the charge was once again Stephen White, the junior from Lincoln, Alabama, and the snap right out of the chute. Parker almost had to do the old tip drill to himself but a big loss and a lot of pressure right there by the West Alabama defense.
Have you ever seen sharks attack a wounded fish? You have now. There were three. He was trying to find that ball, juggle it. One guy hit him. He bounces off of them. There were two more there to clean it up, and buddy, they were happy to do it. That was a feeding frenzy by the defense, and it is 3rd and
Rickwood Field.
21. Yeah, you're right.
3rd and Rickwood. Park is going to throw here to the near side. The intended receiver is going to be Andrews, and that one will be tall. And West Alabama's defense proved strong once again.
Great job by the defense holding after the penalty of giving Miles the first down, and the defense is playing hard, fast, and smart, and they're just doing all the right things tonight.
5:46 remaining in the third quarter, 17-0 your score. West Alabama's return man, number 5, Darius Nelson, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. He'll stand at his own 32-yard line. As Smith will punt it away for the Golden Bears. The snap. Nice end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 21. Nelson goes to the far side, tries to turn it upfield. He might get a yard right there as he fields it, retreating a bit, Rob, and then just a good coverage by the special teams unit for the Golden Bears.
He's trying to make something happen, and that's all good. He did pick up maybe a yard on the return up to the 22, 5:34 to go in the third quarter. You know, first downs are critical. This was the point in the game last week when the Tigers' offense was unable to make first downs and really put the defense in bad positions. So let's see. This was sort of the moment of the game I was waiting on to see how we improved in this area.
Melton in shotgun. Brown in the backfield. Kind of a pistol set. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. It'll be Pollard as well as Hilbert. Brown in motion. Melton looking to throw. Far sideline, and that one will be behind the would-be receiver. I think that was Bailey once again. Yeah. So they've gotten Bailey. Every time Bailey has checked in, he has been part of the play. So a young man that prepped at Sipsey Valley. Yep. Good-looking player, 6'1", 185, obviously with some talent and probably a very bright future here at West Alabama.
No question.
2nd down and 10, 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Melton hands off to Brown. Brown to the right side. He gets across the line of scrimmage. He makes it up to the middle. He crosses the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 33-yard line. So a great job by Brown. And you made mention 2 series ago about how hard it is to see the yard to make marker.
Yes.
There's no distinguishing color. As Brown breaks it up the middle, he's going to cross the 50, the 45, the 40, and he'll be wrestled down to the 35. I'm trying to describe the sticks, and West Alabama's moving in a hurry.
He went right up the middle, and he had a lane, and that was the biggest run of the night right there for the Tigers inside the 40 now.
Melton with some speed, hands it off to Brown. Brown here to the near side. He'll try to get the left corner, but he'll be met at the 35-yard line.
Well, Brown may be catching his breath, and we hand the ball to him anyway, but Miles has a player down, and he does not look like a cramp. We may want to take a time out here, Will.
We'll take a quick break here on Slide 104.9.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Demopolis, Alabama.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice-cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
17-0 your score, 4:41 remaining in the third quarter. The wounded Golden Bear makes it to the sideline of his own accord. It'll be second down at about 8 to go. Tucker Melton. Signal caller in for West Alabama. 3 wide receiver set. That's going to be Webb in the backfield. He hands off to Webb. It'll be about call it a 4-yard gain. I said 4. It's probably going to be more like 2.
Well, it brings up another 3rd and long. It's 3rd down and about 7, or 6 rather, to go. And what might be 4-down territory here for your Tigers.
Melton, 5 wide receivers set. You've got 2 wide receivers here to the near side. One of those includes Brown. Melton looking to throw. Wanted to go to Hilbert coming across the middle. And Hilbert slaps his thigh pad there as he was a little frustrated. Thought he should have reeled that one in. But that one falls incomplete.
You know, Tucker Melton looked like he was going to throw it to the wide receiver on the far side of the field. And as he's in this throwing motion, kind of peeled back and tried to hit John Hilbert, and did not hit him on the 2, but it would have been tough.
Is this Dunkle from 51 and a half?
52. Now, we've had one block from this distance already today.
Dunkle left hash from 52. The snap's high. It gets away from Sullivan. Sullivan will have to retreat, and he'll be able to get on top of it. He'll fall on it at about the 47.
And look, there's something worse than that. Dunkle is down on the field. I think he got hit on the play when the ball got over the snapper's head. Either he tried to stop quick and come back. He's walking off now. I don't know if somebody hit him, but he was down on the field, but the snap was high, and Sullivan was not able to catch it. Worst case, well, not the worst case scenario there, but certainly not the best case scenario either. Sullivan did a great job of getting on the ball and preventing what could have been a scoop and score by Miles.
Absolutely. I mean, it was high right out of the chute, and Sullivan had to come up from that kind of kneeling position, but he was able to get on top of it. And the Miles Golden Bears, they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 47. Parker in shotgun. He wants to throw. A little screen to the far side. That'll be a complete pass, but he'll gain a yard at best. As the receiver, that looked to be number 3, Andrews. So 2nd down and 9. Just shy of midfield. Miles working from their own 47.
It is time for one of those turnovers. We haven't called Trayvon Stanford's name in a while. He had an outstanding first quarter. But it's time for a turnover. I'm going to ask him if he would just peel one off right here.
2nd and 9. Parker under duress. He's rolling to his right. He wants to throw downfield. He's got a receiver, 2 men in coverage. The would-be receiver is number 3. That's Andrews. But that one will fall incomplete in coverage for West Alabama. Trying to check that number. I think that's Shadarian Archie.
It is. Archie was in coverage there, Will, and stayed with it. It looked like for a while he was going to give up on it. The receiver was so far downfield he didn't think he was part of the play, and didn't have his. He had his back turned to the quarterback. I think it surprised him when the receiver came back to the football, but had the presence of mind to knock the ball away.
Parker with 3rd down and 9, 4 wide receivers. He's got one back to his right. Snaps, throws to Keys coming out of the backfield. It'll be complete. He'll get across the 50, and then he'll be upended at the 49. And West Alabama's defense kind of tripped him up right there. As he crosses over midfield, he picks up positive yardage, but not enough for the 1st down.
Will, D. Mays was lined up against Jay Andrews over here, and Jay Andrews was trying to block D. Mays. D. Mays went right through him and made the tackle. And he picked up about 5 yards, but it could have been big yards if D. Mays don't make the tackle. They're going for it on 4th and 3.
4th and 3.
They're going to take it. Sam Shade's going to take a timeout.
Going to get a timeout for Miles. We'll take it with them. Quick break here on Slide 104.9.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
4th down and 4 for the Golden Bears. Just across midfield, they're in Tiger territory. Parker in shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. They got 3 to the top side. Parker steps back. A lot of pressure by West Alabama. The pocket's collapsing. Pressure by West Alabama, and Parker's going to be hit and wrestled out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. First to make contact, that's going to be Trevante Carter, 6'2", 250-pound grad senior from Gadsden, as West Alabama's defense doing a great job in coverage and in pursuit.
Well, they just overwhelmed the quarterback that time. They had 4 down linemen. 2 middle linebackers did not show blitz. But when the play started, they took off full speed ahead. So 6 are rushing, and it was just more than Miles had in protection. The quarterback had to scramble, and Tigers were able to stop him.
Melton will bring the offense out. Bry Webb in the pistol will be the lone back, 3 wide receiver set. It'll be Gee Pollard here to the near side on the numbers. Melton looks over the offense, barks out the cadence. It'll be handed off to Webb. Webb dances around at the line of scrimmage, and he'll pick up a yard. As he is approaching midfield, it'll be 2nd down for West Alabama from their own 46-yard line.
Obviously, the West Alabama coaching staff would like to take the air out of the ball here. Of course, you know, the defensive staff from Miles knows they're going to try. And, you know, they're going to try to load the box against the run here, knowing that West Alabama's just going to try to, again, with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, up 17, going to try to ice this game some.
Fakes the handoff to Webb and throws. Looks like it's going to be a complete pass. Across the middle, sliding in there to catch it will be John Hilbert, the junior from Brookhaven, Mississippi. Hilbert transferred in from East Central Community College. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Messages abound. Mr. Robin Williams, fearless motor coach driver. He's the best in the business, folks. We've traveled a lot of miles. We appreciate you, Mr. Robin Williams. Melton back to throw. He hits Hilbert here at the numbers. Crosses the 45 down at the 41-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down for West Alabama. So the chains continue to move. 1:09 remaining in the third quarter.
That was a busted coverage by Miles. They let Hilbert check in at the slot receiver. Nobody came out here and guarded him. And he just sat down on a 5-yard hitch.
Hand off to Webb, and he's met with a lot of opposition. He's going to lose 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 12.
It sure does.
Man, they marked him losing. Looks like they may even marked him 2.5, almost 3.
Back to the 44. That was not good, but let's see. We got to run one more play here to end this quarter.
28 ticks left in the third quarter. Melton in the pistol with Webb. There behind him, 4 wide receiver set. You got Pollard and Bass here to the near side. Melton looks over the line, checks his offense, snap, looking to throw. You got a man coming from the slant across the middle. It's going to be a complete pass. Wrestled to the ground at the 30. That should be the last play of the third quarter. Making that catch is number 10, Silas Thompson. And that'll do it for the third quarter. 17-0 your score, Rob. We got 1 quarter left to play. West Alabama on top here in Fairfield. We'll take a quick break on Sly 104.9.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Welcome back. Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium on the campus of Miles College. West Alabama made the trip to Fairfield this afternoon. With 15 minutes left in this contest, West Alabama's up by a score of 17-0. And Rob, you know, this team that we've seen this afternoon in the early part of the evening, much different from last week. And although we haven't scored here in the second half, a lot of positives for the Tigers.
Boy, they have, and so far they're on a pretty good drive here, Will. See if we can keep it going.
First down and 10 will be handoff to Bry Webb. He'll see opposition, so he'll try to bounce it out to the left side. He'll get out there. He'll cross the 25, and he'll be wrestled down at the 22-yard line. So a gain of about 7.5.
That's about the most yards we've made on a first down all night. Picked up 9 there on that first down. That was you can move the sticks a lot of times when you pick up 5+ on first down.
3 wide receivers. You got 2 here to the near side and Brown in the backfield. He fakes the handoff. He'll hook up with his wide receiver on the far side. It'll be a complete pass and a first down. And Pollard will be pushed out of bounds at about I'm trying to see. Let's move the sticks, gentlemen.
About the 16.
About the 16. You got it.
You know, we mentioned Pollard really hadn't seen much activity in the second half after having a big first quarter. We believe Pollard played for Sam Shade at Pinson Valley. So it's a nice emotional game for him, playing against his former coach.
Hilbert, Bass, and Owen here to the near side. It'll be a handoff to Bry Webb. Bry Webb goes around left end. He'll pick up about 3 yards on the play, so it'll be second down and 7. How cool would that be? I mean, you don't have those real opportunities. You know, you talk about, people that you've played with and played for, but your high school coach, you see him across the sideline in the college game. It's kind of a cool deal.
It absolutely. Well, your high school, you know this. Your high school coach is just special to you, no matter where you come from, who you are, and you know it's Sam Shade special to him.
Second down play. Melton looking to go to the end zone. He's got a wide receiver in the end zone. The throw is up. It's in, and it's a West Alabama touchdown. John Hilbert in the back of the end zone. A nice pitch and catch.
I'm sorry I believe that's going to be Pollard with that catch.
You are 100% right. Number 7, Gee Pollard. He's able to go into the corner of the end zone. And just a real nice touch pass right there from Melton, something that we haven't seen from him. And even better news, Dunkle comes out. You know, he was shaken up. I didn't know how that was going to go, so Dunkle will come out for the PAT. Some level of movement there.
Yeah, they call that against the Tiger.
Everyone stands up and points at the other people wearing the other jersey.
It's always other things' fault. Miles almost, I thought, may have forced us to move. They did some shifting on the defensive front. And anyway, I guess it was in reaction to our offensive lineman.
We'll reset and do it again. Trey Sullivan in to hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. And Dunkle splits the uprights. And just like that, West Alabama tacks on 7. 24-0 your score, 13:35 remaining in this ball game. We'll take a quick break here on Sly 104.9.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Welcome back. 24-0 your score, 13:35. Tucker Melton on the afternoon, 19 of 35 for 294. He's reached the end zone 3 times. And the West Alabama offense continuing to show us the things that we had hoped to see last week. and making some nice things happen here with a 24-0 lead. And Rob, you mentioned that's the first touchdown in the second half.
That's right. The first touchdown the Tigers have scored in the second half of the game. Of course, it's just the second week of the season, but they just had a field goal last week. Now, that field goal was huge, but the only scoring they had in the second half last week was a field goal. So that was a really impressive drive, Will.
Dunkle to kick it away. They'll turn it out of 2 yards deep in the end zone. He brings it out to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. He makes a move at the 35. He'll get across the 40, and he'll be drugged down at about the 45-yard line. So he takes it from 2 yards deep. And I guess this is why they go with a return for the big play right there, because he brings it out from 2 yards deep all the way out to their own 45-yard line. So 45-yard return, it'll be first down for the Golden Bears.
If you're a fan of the Golden Bears, you're thinking, no, yes. Worked out okay. It was their best return of the night for sure.
Parker will bring him out. First down and 10. They'll start from their own 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top side, 1 here to the near side. Keys in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Keys, and he dances around. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. I said Keys. That's going to be Frazier.
Michael Sharpley on the tackle, but he came in quick and made that tackle. It was a nice play on that defensive line.
Our defense, I mean, I'm really proud of the way the guys have played up front. They've done a really good job.
They sure have.
Second down and 10.
Pitching a shutout so far. I know I said it. So if they get a score here, it'll be my fault.
Parker in the shotgun. Frazier to his right. 4 wide receivers, 3 here to the near side. No, they've got a new quarterback. That's number 11. He's going to keep it. He's going to tuck it. He'll get across the original line of scrimmage, and he'll pick up about 5 on the play. Let's see. That's number 11. Going to have to go to the roster. Jacob Keller, the grad senior from Aurora, Illinois.
Well, this is his first action at quarterback.
Yeah,
we have no film on him.
So I'm going to put my thumb here on his name so I don't call him anything other than Jacob Keller.
They get West Alabama for defensive holding in the secondary, and they're going to tackle them 10 yards of that. I knew I shouldn't have said anything about the shutout because now they're in Tiger territory.
You're the guy that goes down to the end of the bench and slaps the pitcher on the back of the back. You go, hey, brother, you throwing a no-no.
So far, man, you got hits on you. Keep it up. Yeah, I'm that guy.
I'm teasing you. First down and 10 for the Golden Bears in West Alabama territory. Pressure on number 11. That's Keller. He throws across the middle in his would-be receiver. It goes over the hands. That was number 84, Dante Franklin. That'll bring up second down as Keller. He looks to the sideline. He'll have Frazier in the backfield as they'll be looking at a second down and 10.
I think that Keller, the quarterback, is probably from the furthest distance away, maybe of anybody on this roster, on the field.
Aurora, Illinois.
Second
down and 10. Keller to pass. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. He'll cross the original line of scrimmage right in front of the West Alabama bench, and he'll pick up about 3 yards on the play. Yeah, Aurora, Illinois. I mean,
I'm not sure you can get there from here.
Yeah, you're going to. I don't know where Oswego, Illinois is, but I mean, it's fun to say.
Just outside of that.
Yeah, it's just right. It's just right over there. I mean.
Yeah.
Third down.
Big though. I would think that. Down 24-0. Don't you think that's probably 4 down territory here at the 39-yard line?
You would have to think so. Third down and 7. Keller screen pass out to the would-be receiver there to the top side. That was Frazier coming out of the backfield. That one will fall incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, they're for sure going for this. And they should, down 24 with 11:30 to go.
Ball on the West Alabama 39-yard line. As you said, it'll be 4th down. 7 to go.
Clearly, Miles is not settled on the quarterback position.
Hey, you guys haven't tried it yet. Let's go.
Yeah, suit up.
4th down and 7. Keller in shotgun. He drops back to pass, and a lot of pressure by West Alabama. They miss a tackle. Keller gets away from one, and tracking him down is going to be number 33 for West Alabama. That's going to be Jaden Tuck, the senior out of Alexander City, as he wrestles him to the ground, and the Golden Bears will turn it over on downs.
Fine defensive play. They applied the pressure, flushed him out of the pocket, and Tuck was pursuing the play, did a great job of staying at home and pursued the play and tackled him, and no chance of picking up the first down there. So the Tiger offense will get back on the field. Leading 24-0, now is another chance, Will, to just, you could make the fat lady sing here if you mount a drive.
I'm ready for her to get tuned up, and you know, by my count, that with Keller coming in, the fourth different quarterback that Miles has used in 2 games. Melton will be out with Battle, hands off to Battle. Battle bulldozes his way up the middle. I don't want to say breaks a tackle. He just ran over
He did.
couple of Golden Bears as he picks up 7 yards of just flat out, I'm coming at you.
Yep.
2nd down and 3, Battle. Fakes it at the handoff, and Melton just, he let that one go into the bench and said, look, we're going to reset and do it again.
Yep, he threw that one away. 2nd and 1, 2nd or 2, sometimes it's an opportunity to take a deep shot, but they settled for the short route, and Miles had jumped it, so Melton did a good job of just throwing that ball away, but now, you know, you need to pick up these 2 yards.
Thompson out, Bailey in here to the lone receiver here to the near side. You got 2 wide receivers split to the far side. It'll be handoff to Battle up the middle, and he'll be met by a host of Golden Bears.
Yeah, and I would think we're going to punt this ball away. Just did not get the push up front that we needed, and good defensive play that time. I believe the man on the play for the Golden Bears was Roosevelt Thompson. Hadn't had a chance to call his name out yet, but Roosevelt played at Marengo High School out of Dixon's Mills. He was in on that stop for Miles College.
Trey Sullivan and a punt for West Alabama. Slightly low snap, but a good high wobbly spiral. It'll be fair caught at about the 19-yard line. So the Golden Bears will take over 1st down and 10. And Rob, I'm going to ask this question. You know, we've seen almost 2 full games and a whole lot of different highlights and that kind of thing. What has been the most exciting in the first 2 games that you have seen that hey, that's something that we can build on?
The Tigers are explosive on offense. When Tucker Melton gets in a rhythm, it'll be hard to stop offensively. But now you cannot overlook the job the defense has done both games, and particularly the running defense has been just outstanding both games.
Snap to, looks like they're going to go back with, I'd like to say I know, but I don't want to jump the gun here because they are running them in and out in a hurry.
The same quarterback they had in the last series. They're giving him a second
Keller.
series. Yep.
Keller into shotgun. He picks up 5 on 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. 3 wide receiver sets. He looks back. He wants to throw. He's going to go downfield. Goes to the near sideline. Intended receiver is going to be number 89. That's going to be Josiah McCall, the freshman out of Lynn Haven, Florida. But he was well covered, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So Miles trying to figure out the quarterback situation. They're going to go with Keller for the 2nd straight series. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Miles working from their own 23-yard line. Snap to Keller with some time. Now the pocket decides to collapse on him. He rolls out to his left and just throws it away to avoid the sack. Good pressure right there by West Alabama, leading the charge. Looks to be Jamarcus Smith. So a quick 3 and out. The West Alabama defense been pretty stingy this afternoon. Let's see. 55 plays from scrimmage as the Golden Bears, 146 yards, 69 plays from scrimmage for West Alabama for 409.
You know, I don't know where. I'll ask Coach G where he wants to start, offense, defense, or special teams. But tonight's been a good night.
Spradlin to punt it away. Man, that is a high spiral, fielded at the 31, fair caught. That'll be by number 5, Darius Nelson. Spradlin's starting to feel it a little bit.
It's a 45-yard punt.
But I'm with you, Rob. I think that you could pick any number of really positive things to say about all three aspects of the game tonight.
Well, if you can stop the run, I mean, the old saying is if you can run the ball, stop the run, be plus in turnover category, you're probably going to win the national championship. Well, they're certainly stopping the run. We're not quite plus in turnover category. We got to get better there, and running the ball. Although it's been better tonight than last week, I still don't know that it's where the coaches want it to be. But it's certainly improved, and you cannot short sell that.
Tucker Melton back out for West Alabama. Antonio Brown in the backfield.
They're asking the band to stop playing when the offense breaks the huddle. How about that, Will?
All right, the purple marching monster has been slightly reprimanded as fakes the handoff to Brown. The pass out to Hilbert here on the near side, the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He dives for the end zone, and he's in there for a West Alabama touchdown.
That is Hilbert's second long touchdown of the game. The first one was a 50-yarder or 51-yarder, and that was 69 yards, I believe. Oh, just they were selling out on the run, and the beautiful pass that time by Melton just hit him in stride, and off he went. And now the Tigers are activating fat lady status here.
And they're flexing a little bit right there as Hilbert had a step, and then he hit him in stride. Dunkle comes on to attempt the PAT. Trey Sullivan in to hold. The hold is good. The kick's up, and Dunkle's going to cash in on that one. 31-0 your score, Rob. And I tell you, you talk about hitting the guy in stride. Melton hits Hilbert in stride, and Hilbert he had some pretty good wheels.
He ran off and left him. That's for sure. That was fun to watch. 9:25 to go in this football game. Tigers holding a comfortable 31-0 lead. You're listening to Tigers football, Sly 104.9.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
31-0 your score, 9:25 remaining. West Alabama is able to hook up once again. Melton to Hilbert for the 69-yard strike.
Hilbert's going to mess around and have a bunch of receiving yards because he's had two that were.
I'm looking at it right now. 6 catches for 146 and 2 scores.
Ain't bad.
I tell you, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Gabe Dunkle checks to make sure everyone's out there. The lefty puts his foot in it, end over end kick. It'll be fielded at the 4. Return man to bring it across the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, upended at the 38, and somersaults over the 40 as they have some explosive speed, and slow to get up is number 9. That's going to be Jalen Peterson, as he does a full somersault at about the 36-yard line. He landed in the middle of his back on about the 38, and it'll be a first down for Miles College. In at quarterback will be Keller.
Miles has got to settle on a quarterback going forward. They hadn't quite figured that position out yet.
And they've got some athletes. I mean, it's not like they don't have some tools, but they haven't found their leader.
No one stepped up and taken the job. You could tell it here.
Keller drops back to pass, and he wants to go across the middle of the field. Closest man to the ball would have been Marcus Lodge, the 6'2 junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But that one's going to go long, and it'll bring up second down. And I think you're exactly right, Rob, that, in 4 quarters, 4 halves of play, they've had 4 different quarterbacks. Yeah. And they're going to have to settle in as they deploy 3 wide receivers. Keller in shotgun, fakes to Frazier. Lots of pressure from West Alabama. And Keller tries to throw a complete pass here to the near side. It's going to be caught by number 2, Lodge, but I believe he's going to come down out of bounds. But a lot of really solid pressure for the West Alabama defense.
And what's crazy is neither quarterback has thrown it into trouble enough to have a turnover or anything like that. I don't think Miles has a turnover tonight, which means they're not taking many chances, but they're not moving the ball either. So, sometimes you gotta take some chances to try to get the ball downfield, and they have been unwilling to do that. Here come the Tigers on the blitz.
Kadarin Jones, the running back in the backfield. Keller across the middle. Diving catch catch attempt by number 3. Andrews. They say that one's going to hit the turf. I thought that it skipped off the turf, so that'll bring up 4th down.
It sure look like it from here.
The tint on the glass is what's got us all messed up. That's what it is,
I think I might go down where there's no tint here.
It'll probably feel like daylight once we get out there, but this is a very nice setup. The folks here at Miles have been absolutely great, and this is a sweet setup. I love the hospitality and love the space. Back deep for West Alabama is going to be Nelson. High spiraling punt. He turns it over. It'll be fielded at the 15. He's going to go east and west. He's going to have to get the corner. He gets to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. He's in the end zone, but there's a flag on the play.
Yep.
And I believe that one's going to be coming back.
Dearius Nelson from right up the road here, Huffman High School here in Birmingham. He's got family and friends at this game, and he was able to put on a show there. But unfortunately, this touchdown will come back. Flag was thrown a long way there.
He fielded it at the near hash and goes east and west along the 15-yard line until he got to the far side numbers, and then he just turned it up and turned on the burner.
Beautiful return, but blocking the back will bring this back.
And those tend to, help the return look a little better, you know.
You get a little better blocks no matter how you get them.
That's right.
You can return them a little further. But that's going to break Nelson's heart for sure, and all his family and friends that came over from nearby Huffman to watch him in action.
31-0 your score, 8:39 remaining in the contest. West Alabama is on top. The Golden Bears they've used 3 different quarterbacks tonight, 4 different quarterbacks in the first 2 games.
Well, they marked that ball back to the 10. That was apparently the penalties at the 20. The guy that threw the flag was on the other 40. So I'm surprised that they moved it back as far as they did. But there it is. They're 90 yards away. It might be better for both of us if I went down so we could see. I believe we've got a new quarterback in the game.
I want to call it because I felt that was a different shape from somebody that I hadn't seen before. I think that's Jay Corkren. So Corkren in as a signal caller for West Alabama. He'll hand that one off to the running back, and he'll go left side. He'll bring it out for about a gain of 3. So it'll bring up 2nd down for West Alabama. Corkren, 6'2", 215-pound junior from Northport.
There are a few new jerseys in the game, but there's some starters in too. So Corcoran's going to get some burn with some of our starters, including Demetrius Battle. Or is that Brown? That's Brown back there, isn't it?
Brown's going to be, I've got Brown. And what can Brown do for you? He can take it up across the 20 for a 1st down, so that works.
1st down, Antonio Brown. I like it.
Hey, I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
All right, I'm checking out.
Rob's going to work his way down toward the sideline, and Corkren will bring him to the line. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. 3 wide receiver set. He's going to hand off to Brown. Brown here to the near side. He'll try to get in behind the tackle here on the right side, and he'll battle his way up for a positive gain. He'll gain about 3 yards on the play, so it'll be second down. Well, they spot him a little bit better than I anticipated. He's going to gain 5, so it'll be second down and 5. Corkren to pass, near side to Bailey. Bailey battling off one tackler. He breaks a tackle. He gets across the 30. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So Dalton Bailey, 6'1", 185 freshman from Buell, Alabama, prepped at Sipsey Valley. He's getting in and getting some work. He'll be the receiver here to the near side. We've got 2 to the top side. Brown, the lone back in the backfield. Corkren in shotgun. Snap's going to be handoff to Brown to the left side. Brown's got room. He's going to take it across the 40, the 45. He'll cross midfield, and he'll be drugged down at the 47-yard line. So Antonio Brown with a great hole right there in behind the offensive line, takes it across midfield. He's in Golden Bear territory. 6:45 remaining in the contest. 31-0 your score. West Alabama's led the entire way. Some of the reserves getting in here for West Alabama. Dalton Bailey here on the numbers, the lone wide receiver. 2 wide receivers to the top side. Corkren hands off to Brown. Brown dances at the line of scrimmage. He comes to the near side, and he'll gain 1 yard on the play. Make it 2 yards, so a 2-yard gain on first down for Antonio Brown. Brown, 9 carries for 64 yards on the afternoon, just over 7 yards per carry. West Alabama's offense looking to the sideline for the play call. We hit the 6-minute mark. 3 wide receivers set. Dalton Bailey here to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. You've got Caleb Bass in the tight end position here near side. Hand off to Brown. Brown's going to go onto the left side. He'll find a little bit of some running room with a little bit of help from that offensive line. He'll pick up another couple of yards. It'll bring up third down. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for West Alabama. They will be working from the Golden Bears 43-yard line. Checking in for West Alabama, it's going to be Tyler Smith. He's going to be part of a 4 wide receiver set, kind of a 3 bunch here to the near side. Caleb Bass will catch it at the 40. He'll wrestle his way and dive to the 34-yard line. So Caleb Bass will help move the chains. Bass on the afternoon, he's had his share of action, 3 catches on the afternoon, as West Alabama will deploy 3 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield, catch the handoff, goes left side. Off tackle, the ball's on the turf. Was his knee down? It looked like it came out just before his knee went down. And Miles College will come up with the football. Coming up with it is going to be Jamarcus Brown, the sophomore, out of Mobile, Alabama. So West Alabama went to the run once again. And Antonio Brown was spun. Ball comes out, and West Alabama not able to recover. So the Golden Bears will have it 1st down and 10. They'll work from their own 28-yard line. Coming out at the quarterback position for the Golden Bears will be Jacob Keller, 3rd quarterback of the afternoon. 4:50 remaining here in the contest. 31-0 your score, as the Golden Bears have it 1st and 10 from their own 28. Keller looking to throw near side to Lodge. That ball will be incomplete as Lodge slides down. Attempts to make the catch, but wasn't able to get his hands underneath, so that'll bring up 2nd down. West Alabama, Melton 22 of 39 for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. 76 plays from scrimmage, 539 yards of offense for West Alabama, 146 for Miles. 2nd down and 10. Keller from the shotgun. He's got Frazier here to the near side, and he hands it off to Frazier. Frazier hits the hole up the middle and just continues to move the pile. Looks like a gain of about 9 on the play. So a 9-yard run for the Golden Bears will bring up third down. They move quickly, 3rd down and 1. It'll be a handoff to the running back. He's going to go right side. He'll catch the corner. He'll turn it up, going north and south, and he'll move the chains. So a Golden Bears first down. 4:15 remaining. 31-0 your score. West Alabama's defense has been pretty stingy this afternoon. I don't know. Stat line is showing 155 yards of total offense for the Golden Bears. Keller, handoff to Keys. Keys off tackle on the right side. And he'll gain 3 yards on the play. He's just shy of midfield. He's at the 46-yard line. So 2nd down, 7 for the Golden Bears. In at running back now, it's going to be Blake Speed. He'll be to Keller's right. Keller drops back, looks to throw. That one's going to be batted down. Number 24, that's going to be Trevon Lambert, the junior from Atmore, Alabama. He got a hand on it. Great job right there as he was able to come in, get his hand on it, and knock that one down. 3rd down and 7. 3:25 remaining, 31-0 your score. Jacob Keller in at quarterback. It'll be a 4 wide receiver set. He got a trips here to the near side as Keller drops back. A lot of pressure by West Alabama. Pocket collapses. Boom! Big sack right there by number 24. That's going to be Trevon Lambert. 2 plays in a row. Lambert gets in there and making some things happen. 4th down and 12, and that'll bring on the punting unit for West Alabama. Roderick Smith will get ready to punt this one away. Fourth down, 12 to go. Roderick Smith back to punt, back to receive for West Alabama. Looks to be number 5, Darius Nelson. High spiral. Nelson's just going to let that one go out of bounds. I think we got the mic ready to go for Rob. He's making his way down to the sideline as he's going to try to catch Coach G. We got 2:26 remaining here in the contest. We'll take a quick break here on Sly 104.9.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Welcome back. 2:20 remaining.
Great job there, Will.
Whoo, man! I'm learning new. I'm learning new skills. They leave me alone in the press box with lots of technology, and I'm having to learn new things on the fly.
Yeah, well, you did a great job on calling that last 6 minutes or so.
Adapt here in the press box as we hit the 2-minute mark.
Yep.
Corkren in shotgun. He's going to hand off to the running back.
That's Hunter Kilpatrick from Morris Hill Bible College.
We haven't seen Kilpatrick except on special teams, so Kilpatrick getting in there, getting some reps. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Corkren in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Make it 4. 2 here to the near side. That includes Bailey. Kilpatrick in the backfield. Corkren looking to throw. He wants to go downfield, and he's got a man. His receiver's got a man. It's going to be complete at the 40. Down to the 35, the 30. And that one will be a big gainer for West Alabama, as making that catch looks to be number 80, Qunzaverious Pickens, the junior out of York, Alabama. Big-time flip of the field with a 64 ticks of the clock left. West Alabama's on top 31-0.
Pickens has energized this West Alabama sideline, buddy. They were fired up to see that.
Corkren in shotgun. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 at the numbers on the far side. Handoff to Kilpatrick. He dances at the line. He's going to gain 1.
He fumbled.
And you heard it. Ball on the turf.
Yep.
Can you see who made that play on the side?
48 from Miles College picked the ball up. Rode Dowdle.
Rode Dowdle, the freshman out of Lynette, Alabama. So another turnover by West Alabama. And that'll bring the offensive unit on for Miles College. 38 ticks left. West Alabama obviously in control here, 31-0. But you hate to see after a big play the turnover by West Alabama. Looks like the Golden Bears are going to bring out Jacob Keller. He's going to finish it out at quarterback. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. 2 to the top side. Kilpatrick hands off to the running back. Good pressure right there by West Alabama. That's going to be Franklin No out of Bila Battery. Transfer from Cisco College making the tackle.
They don't have to run another play, but I imagine they'd like to see one more rep from this quarterback.
Keller in shotgun. 9 seconds remain. It'll be a handoff. He'll go to the right side, and he'll gain 1 on the play. And 1 second, no seconds. And that'll do it here in Fairfield. 31-0 your score. Happy final for West Alabama. And Rob, I tell you, it's been an exciting game.
Yeah. This is a good win. They just played well, and I think the coaches will be pleased with what they got, both in preparation and the attention to detail and all the things that went into it. To go on the road twice in a row now with is that an 8-game winning streak now on the road for the Tigers? To go on the road and play as well as they did today, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I will agree with you, and you're right. Eight straight games on the road, and West Alabama is finally going to get an opportunity to play in front of the hometown crowd in Tiger Stadium next week, but a lot to be proud of tonight here in Fairfield.
It sure is, and they're shaking hands here midline, and we've still sort of got our eye out for Coach G.
I've got a bead on him. He is on the Miles 42-yard line, headed toward the sideline.
Okay, yes, I see. We'll see what he may be looking for somebody. Not sure who.
Nice win by West Alabama on a night that they rolled up 590 yards of total offense, and the defense held to 161.
Yep. We'll make sure the players are headed in the right direction.
I can understand that.
And I do have Coach Gilliland here. Coach, congratulations. You had a chance to step on their throat, and you did.
In the fourth quarter, we did. I thought we played a really good fourth quarter. Defensively, played good all night. To hold anybody to 0, that's all you can ask for. But I thought third quarter we didn't take advantage of some things that we could have to got it a little wider range there. But fourth quarter we did. We came out and dominated, which is what we wanted to do.
Offense, defense, special teams. From game 1 to game 2, all 3 improved. Which one probably caught your eye the most?
Oh, shoot. The biggest thing was they had 2 fourth downs they went for, and we stopped them. Last week, those were touchdowns. Right. So, to me, that's the biggest improvement you can make. And I thought the defense played really well. Like I said, you hold a shutout, that's huge.
The big plays, too, that really helped, especially to I believe it was, I can't call his name, but anyway, Hilbert, thank you very much. Had 2 big plays, and that really helped.
He did. He had 2 big plays. QP had a big catch right here at the end. QP's a Livingston guy now. That was exciting to see him get that. But, yeah, we did have several big plays, which is really, really good. Good to see those receivers get going.
Coach, safe travels back. Look forward to seeing you next week at home.
Thanks. We're at home next week. Come out to Tiger Stadium.
Can't wait. Coach Brett Gilliland.
It's awesome to hear from him. And, Rob, And I can feel the excitement not only in his voice, but you can see the guys. The body language is very positive, and I think there's a lot to be proud of. And we've got another game between us and being able to start the Gulf South Conference season. So, a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, I think so too. Getting this next game under us and continuing to improve. Nobody will tell you it was a perfect game, but I think there's so much to be happy about between week 1 and week 2. Almost look like two totally different teams. Yeah. So, a lot to be proud of, and certainly can improve even more going into next week. We'll see how they handle, having looked so well so good today. Coming back next week.
We'll go through some of the stats here. West Alabama, 25 first downs. 80 plays from scrimmage for 590 yards. They held Miles College to 161. Yards per play was almost 7.4 per for West Alabama. Tucker Melton, 22 of 39 with an interception with an even 400 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. His long of 69. Corkren came in. He went 1 for 1 for 44 yards. Rushing the football, Brown 10 carries for 69 yards. Battle had 14 carries for 54. Webb 11 carries for 36. And Hunter Kilpatrick in there, 3 carries for 7 yards. Receivers tonight, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 receivers into the mix tonight. Hilbert with 6 catches, and you said it earlier, Rob, 6 catches for $146 and 2 scores. I mean, that's getting out there and getting it done. And you got a couple of big plays.
And look, Gee Pollard was the one that sort of had the first quarter locked down, and so Hilbert had the big plays, and Pollard just caught catch after catch, and between the two of them. And now, you gave Tucker Melton stats, and they were like 20 for 39 or something like that.
22 for 39.
22 for 39, and percentage-wise, that won't look that good. He'll want to improve that for sure. But tonight sort of came in spurts for him. It was like he would be really hot or not hot, So they'll want to work on his consistency some and try to be a little bit more consistent on getting more and more completions, and he's got to have help with that too. Wide receivers have got to catch the catchable balls, but again, when he is hot, this offense is very difficult to defend, and we got to get him comfortable back there. But he seemed like he did, and I think Coach G was especially pleased with that fourth quarter and the way his offense was able to come out and mount the long drive and then hit the long touchdown, and that pretty much settled it.
No doubt. Pickens, Binion, Bailey, Nelson, Webb, and Harper all had a catch. Silas Thompson with 2 catches, and you mentioned Gee Pollard there in the first half. 6 catches for 89 yards. I mean, he averaged almost 15 per, and he had a touchdown, so a nice overall effort.
And Coach, wisely, and he's right, you started with the defense side of the ball. They pitched a shutout. But it was even more than that. I mean, Miles had a couple of times when they got in scoring position, and the Tigers just moved them right back, and it was just total domination on that side of the ball, I thought. It seemed like to me they may have had one time when they sort of mounted what mounted to be a deep threat against the Tigers with their second quarterback of the 3, and anyway, the Tigers were able to push them away. But defense never really lost their composure in any way. They never lost their focus. They stayed on their keys. They were just, nobody running free downfield or anything like that. It was just a complete game, all the way around game, and very few penalties. I think maybe 1 on the defense, if I'm remembering right. So they cut the penalties way down. It's just. Really got to be proud of the way that the team and the coaching staff prepared for this game, and the team was prepared and focused, and it was just all around good game, 31-0, and a team worth coming to see next week.
Absolutely, and you talk about next week, West Alabama will be at home. They'll host Tuskegee, kickoff at 2:00, And then after that, we'll get the conference slate started. It'll be West Georgia and Shorter at home. That'll be September 24th and October 1st. Then we'll go back on the road. October the 8th, we'll travel to Valdosta State. October 15th, we'll be at Delta State. October 22nd, mark your calendar, folks. It'll be homecoming, and West Alabama will host North Greenville. And then we'll alternate home and away for the rest of the way. West Florida will be on the road October 29. The final regular season home game for West Alabama will be on November the 5th against Mississippi College. And then we get to do the unthinkable and go to the second time to Delta State on November the 12th to round out the regular season. But, it's great to get wins. It's great to get wins on the road. And we would love to see Tiger fans show up in Tiger Stadium next week as we get ready to take on Tuskegee.
Yeah, they deserve it. I mean, they've played well enough here to be 2-0, and they've faced some good competition. They did what they had to do, and now they're coming home for the final tune-up before the Gulf South Conference play. They deserve a nice crowd next week.
Rob, I want to say right here with everybody, it's a pleasure as always working with you. And you, like I said, you are the hardest working man in Division II radio. He's up and down the stadium. He has to threaten to jump over the fence to make the interviews happen. So we appreciate that. Wayne Grant back in the station, we appreciate that. All that you do as well. And for the folks who tune in to catch Tiger football on Sly 104.9. We hope you keep tuning in throughout the year. We hope to see you in Tiger Stadium next week. But for Rob Pearson, my name's Will Atkinson. The happy final here at Miles, 31-0. The good guys win it. We'll see you next week. Good night, and go Tigers.